Everyone reaches that point in their life where they're just thinking, what am I doing? I'm doing everything and it's not working. That's when I discovered the power of prayer. In Saudi Arabia, like, I'm going for a pilgrimage. I'm going to record it. Guys started laughing. I remember this so clearly. And I was just thinking, you don't know what's going to happen. Like,
they might not understand that it's a business.
Definitely a business.
Like,
if I wasn't making a lot of money from this, I would be doing something that made me a lot of money.
What's the biggest figure you've turned down before?
Oh, this is a good one. I got sacked.
From Premier League?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I support Andrew Tate.
No way.
Calm.
Are we cracking straight into this?
Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Are we classing this as an interview or?
No, we can be a podcast. I'm gonna ask you questions, bro. Like I've got interesting questions that I want to ask you.
All right. Then in that case, Ish, thank you very much for joining me on the CEOCAST, bro.
Thank you for having me. Wallah, it's a big honor of mine, to be honest.
We have been friends for a while, and I thought, you know what? I think we both thought, to be fair, let's just come on here, chop it up. Both content creators, massive in the TikTok game. I wouldn't say massive in the YouTube game, but we're trying to get there.
Bro, the names you've had on here are huge. That's why I didn't come on last year. Because I had a bit of imposter syndrome, I'm not going to lie. Because obviously you told me, let's do it last year. And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing big names, bro. I was like, can I hold a conversation?
Big names, brother. You met Ronaldo 2 days ago.
Not meeting, but being in the same room.
You was in the same room as Ronaldo 2 days ago.
I feel like I've met him, low key.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't be coming on here saying I've had big names. You've been around the biggest name of all time.
Yeah, it's actually just very true, to be honest.
Which is crazy. But okay, so let's start with that. People are going to be thinking right now, how the hell has Ish been in the room with Ronaldo? So introduce us to who you are, bro.
My name is Ismail, also known as Ish Everything. I just make videos. I do a lot more than just make videos behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially videos is why people know me.
Videos on what?
Everything, bro.
No, I mean like what platforms?
TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. YouTube's slow.
So content creator all around basically.
Yeah, man. Literally, bro. And yeah, just trying to make something of it.
And when you say you do stuff behind the scenes, what are we saying? What sort of stuff?
There's a lot that just goes into making videos, like especially when you start working with these companies. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, like managing deals and stuff. And I'm very much like, I've got my hands full with that as well. So yeah, I don't really trust management. So I've built my own team to manage my deals. So I'm very involved in that side. A lot of creators, they don't get involved in that. Like, 100%. They're signed to agencies, they get a text message saying, okay, this is how much we're getting paid for this deal, and then they just do the videos. I'm like managing the deal from the start to end.
So bro, this is my team. Like, we could start with the subject here and here, yeah, because neither of us signed to agencies and we both manage our own deals, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't manage my deals. I do, but it's like
you're still heavily involved in it.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
So my point was, and when I first started the podcast, I used to have agencies approaching me for deals and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I clocked the game and I clocked how much of a cut they're actually taking. Like if they're offering me £500, just know that they're getting $5,000 or something like that. Maybe not that extensive, but like they're getting a lot more.
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe they're making £700, like as in £700 a deal altogether, and they're just giving me 500, keeping 200 for themselves. But that's not the case at all. And you only know that when you actually do your own deals and realize the budgets of these companies, which is incredible. But I'm sure there would have been a time for you where you was with agencies approaching you saying, yo, Ish, look, we got this brand we want to promote. Yeah. So how's that like for you at the time?
So I was signed to a couple agencies. Bro, like trust is such a big thing in business. And you know, when things don't line up, for me, I'm someone that like, I need to know everything. Do you know what I mean? Like I need to know everything that's going on, like complete transparency. If you want to take 50%, that's fine. Just let me know. Yeah. And then do you know what I mean? But there's things when they don't line up, it's just, I can't feel comfortable. I don't make I'm making videos is so difficult. You have to be very clear-minded when you're making good content. And I've been puzzled like behind the scenes and my content doesn't come out good. So I feel like the best way I've found to kind of like maneuver around that is to really just understand what's happening behind the scenes, and that way I'm comfortable making my videos.
It's funny because you always grew up around your area?
Yeah, bro, East, born and bred. We literally live and have grown up in the same area our whole lives, and we both come out of the content game in the same area. But you've killed it though. I can't lie, bro, man. This guy has killed it, guys.
Relax yourself, man.
No, wallah, bro. I feel very privileged to be here. This is, bro, you know, I told a few of my friends, like, on the way here, guys, there was a lot of traffic here. it's usually a 20-minute drive. It literally took me like 45 minutes. So I thought, let me just call some friends I haven't spoken to in a while, catch up with them. I was like, yeah, I'm going to CEOCAST. They were like, bro, that's big, you know.
Nah, bro, it ain't big, man.
Yeah, it is, bro. You've got the goats on here. You got Andrew Tate. You got George on here. Goats, bro. Like,
yeah, I hear that, but like at the same time, we're still humble in the journey.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
it's very grateful. Very grateful.
Alhamdulillah. But my point off the back of all that was, what was your upbringing like in your environment? Same environment. I want to know what it was like for you. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, so 1 year. So basically, same age, same environment. Everything.
How old are you?
26.
Okay. Yeah.
But go on then.
I think East London is, for people that haven't visited East London, you've probably heard about it. It's not great. You know, like, it is technically the slums. Like, we've come from the slums. Like, East London is definitely the slums. But I think I had very good parents. Like, I'm very grateful for my parents. Very grateful for my upbringing, alhamdulillah. Like, from an early age, my parents were, especially my dad. My mum, you know, it's I have the very typical family dynamic. My mum's the emotional person, showing you love. My dad, bro, when I started content, he was not on it. Like, he's very guiding. So I think that played a huge part in my upbringing. Cause
when you say guiding, like uni route, all that sort of stuff? Or?
Yeah, but even he's a business owner, so he has a construction company and stuff. I've always seen him make money himself. Mm-hmm. I've never ever seen him go to work for someone. So that played a huge part, because it was just like, if I'm seeing my own father do this, then I can do it too. Do you know what I mean? In my own way.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's where you're gonna do it.
Is that similar to you?
Yeah. Like, my dad's always, he's had a job before. Yeah. But then he's always told me a story that, you know, one day he got made redundant, and after everything he'd done for the company, then, you know, bro, he's got shagged, basically. Long story short,
that's the same thing exactly. That's I got made redundant from a job, and that's what I was like, I'm never ever doing this ever again.
What job was that?
So I was working in a estate agency first.
Yeah. What, this your first job? Talk to me about the whole thing, bro.
Okay, cool. Let me tell you the story. Went to school, normal. Mm-hmm. I was very smart in school, and then I realized attention. Like, I found this thing called attention, and I realized that, you know, if I make a few jokes in class, I would get attention, and I like that feeling. And I realized that my grades are drastically dropping, because I became like the class clown, and there was something in me that I just didn't care anymore, bro. Like, about studying, bro. Before, when in year 7, wallah, my homework, I used to go home, do it the same day, because I was just like, yeah, this is me still. And then as time went on, I just didn't care anymore. So I became like the class clown, and I figured out attention. After, went to college, sixth form, dropped out in 6 months, because it just wasn't for me.
Which sixth form did you go?
St. Angela's sixth form.
Is that Dagenham sides?
No, it is Forest Gate.
Okay.
So I went there. It's a girls' school, and then the sixth form is mixed. And then, yeah, bro, that I figured out even more attention. Because, bro, think about this, yeah. In each class, 27 girls, 3 boys. That was the ratio. Wallah, guys. I swear, that was genuinely the ratio. So
you must have loved it.
I was very overwhelmed, bro, because it's like, these girls, they've been in girls' schools their whole 5 years. So now they're seeing boys, they're going crazy. I'm overwhelmed, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Did you go to a mixed secondary school?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, it was normal. Yeah. And dropped out in 6 months. Things just wasn't going my way. Again, liked being a class clown, liked being liked by people. And obviously with self-analysis, and as you grow older, you realize these things. Dropped out, chilling at home now, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my life. My dad was like, you're not chilling at home. Shipped me to America.
Swear?
Yeah.
Why America?
I have family there.
Okay.
And they do really, really well. Like, they're, alhamdulillah, they're killing it.
Yeah. What age is this then?
17. So I went there for 6 months. So I was working with them.
Whereabouts in America?
Chicago.
Okay.
So they're in the property game, the accounting game. So I was just learning bits and bobs from everything, and it clued me on, like, to the world of business. You know, just being around older people, working, it changes you. Like, I feel like I went there a boy and then came back a man.
How long were you there for?
6 months.
Okay.
So I was there for some time still, and obviously I was looked after there. My family's there and stuff, so it was nice. Come back, went into education again. So this time I went St. Bon's, which is the boys' side. So they're kind of like joint schools, but one's for girls, one's for boys.
Yeah.
I went St. Bon's, did sports science, and again, I enjoyed it because I like sports, I like science. But bro, I just knew that this wasn't my future. Like everyone there in class, they were planning what unis to go to and stuff, and I was the only one. Wallah, like I just didn't care. Like I was like, I am not staying in learning from books any longer. Like I want to be in the real world, because I got to experience some of it while I was in America. And I genuinely remember my teachers used to take the piss out of me. They were like, "What are you gonna do? Like you need to go uni. Like what are you gonna do?" My mum used to get called for meetings saying like he's just not cooperating.
Yeah.
And then left that, and then my cousin, who's here, shout out High Castle Estate, that's my cousin. He bussed me, like he connected me with someone. And,
I thought you was gonna say he bust you a property. I was gonna be
but I bloody wish, bruv. If anyone wants to bust me a property, shout at me, innit? But yeah, he connected me with someone, a guy called Nathan, who has a company, a property company, and he was doing commission only. So I was working literally commission only, just trying to let properties, and I was doing that for about 5 months. But for the first 3-4 months, I didn't make a penny, bro. Literally just going North London, South London, everywhere, bro. And just to a point where like he felt sorry for me. He gave me like £100 just because he felt sorry for me, because I was spending my own money to go. And it was very like, I was very depressed. Like, you know, like everyone reaches that point in their life where they're just thinking, what am I doing? I'm doing everything and it's not working. And yeah, that's when I discovered the power of prayer, because I wasn't praying before that point. Like here and there, but it wasn't serious. I started praying.
Before we get to the praying bit, because this is very important. This is going to be a full on back and forth conversation, and I know it's going to go into deep realms. Yeah,
I want to know.
So when you were in America, obviously your dad had sent you there for you to learn and absorb. But what were you actually doing for 6 months? Were you just hanging around, or were you getting involved?
No, so I was working in...
Give me that. Thank you very much. Firewear Pizza. You know we love a Firewear Pizza around here. Make sure you get yours when you're watching CEOCAST as well. You can either order it, or they've got hundreds and hundreds of stores around the UK, around the world. So chances are you got a store near you, so you can either go there or pick it up, or go on firewear.co.uk and use the code in the description. You can get some good discount. But for now, we're going to have to resume this podcast in about 5 minutes, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But I'm starving right now and I need to eat. Make sure you lot eat as well. Look at the juice on the pizza. That's 10-10. I'll save this for after the podcast. So let's crack on. Let's get the show on road and we can enjoy this together after.
They have an accounting firm. They have like a property business. I was working in the accountancy firm Monday to Friday, doing the audits, putting people's receipts into the software. And then when my cousins used to go buy new properties, I used to go with them. They used to like plan out why they're going to go for that specific one. I was around them when they were doing that. So there wasn't much hanging around because I was young. Like I didn't really go out myself. There was a few times I went to explore and stuff, but it was very much like I'm stuck to my cousins and what they're doing. So yeah.
That's mad, bro. Like,
bro, my
I
dad.
didn't even know you went to America or anything like
my dad, man, he's an OG, bro. And the reason he sent me to America, because he was like, you've dropped out of college now. So if you go out, the people you're going to bump into are people that have dropped out as well. And I can't let my son mix with idiots that have dropped out. So he's like, he needs to ship me out to just learn. So yeah, he's an OG for that.
Quick side question, yeah.
Go on.
Did it ever occur to you, like, the size and the prices of property in Chicago or US versus here?
Guys,
because I've seen it on, like, you know, on websites, and you get 550 grand for a property in
a mansion, bro.
Mansion in America. Yeah, and here is buying you a 1-bedroom house, if that, in freaking plaster.
The thing is, yeah, we like everyone. I feel like everyone knows this, innit? But what are we actually gonna do about it? Who's got the balls to pack their stuff up and go there? Like that's actually the question.
But you're closer to doing it because you've been there.
Yeah, I would say so. But I wouldn't go America, bro. That place, Zionist country, bro. I'm good still.
Where would you go then?
I wouldn't go Dubai either. Nah. What's your thoughts on Dubai? I just came back. What's your thoughts on Dubai?
We'll get into that one as well in a bit. But off of one word. See, it's a techie one, yeah, because so many people saying Dubai is haram, and I disagree with that entirely, because It's how you choose to live it.
I wouldn't say it's haram because I agree. Everywhere's got tapped.
That's
things.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People who say Dubai is haram, they've gone and lived haram.
Yeah.
Same way you can live haram here and you can also live halal here.
I agree.
But I've been around the Islamic side of Dubai where you have the azans playing out loud.
Yeah.
You're praying. You know, it just there's that peace around you. You're going to halal restaurants. You're not going clubbing or nothing like that. You're just living a normal life out there with good weather.
But you know why I'm not a fan of Dubai? It's because I've like actually visited Arab countries, Kuwait, Palestine, and it's like Saudi as well. And there's culture in these countries.
Agreed. But for me, the reason why I like Dubai is because I've been, not even that, that's one thing. But the reason why I like Dubai compared to, I've been to Oman, Saudi, I haven't been to Kuwait, I've been to Bahrain. Though there's culture, Dubai is the closest thing we've got to London.
Yeah, I want a difference, bro. I'm done with this place, guys. Like, I'm very grateful, bro, to be born and brought up here. And obviously, my audience is UK as well. So it's like, I can't, like, shit on it.
Yeah, but
can I swear on here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I can't shit on it. But
this ain't like your TikTok, bro. I know you can't swear on your TikTok.
I try to keep it PG,
It's just going to let out all the swear words right now.
Yeah, man. I think Dubai is very fast. And I'm trying to get married and have kids. And I want a bit of a slower life. So I think that's why, like, I don't think I'd want to bring up kids into, but it's definitely, if I had to choose Dubai, UK, I'll go Dubai, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But with other options out there, like, I think I would want to experience those other options. Maybe Dubai for 6 months, but not to settle down and live out my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the beauty about all of this is that you are in the positions where you can do that.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
Alhamdulillah. And we're going to break down how later on in this podcast. Trust me, we're going to get into figures and everything.
Oh, shit.
But listen, as you said there, you discovered the power of prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about that. Because I did as well. I want to hear yours.
This is life changing. I want to hear yours.
I want to hear yours first, bro. It's my podcast.
Fairs. Yeah, man. I was just going through a difficult time, man. I think maybe why my story is a bit different is because I didn't just say, let me pray to Allah. It was very much, is there a God in the first place? Like, I genuinely wanted to ask these questions and find out. Like, I went on a very intense search. Like, I read the Bible, I read different religious texts, and it's like I was on a search for the truth. Like, I didn't care about making money or anything. I was like, yo, is there a God? I came to a conclusion very quickly that I believe there definitely is a God. I know there is a God because of just the way the universe is. It's just, it can't be a coincidence. And my brain wouldn't allow me to think there isn't.
So what was the relationship like with Islam in your household growing up then?
No, it was good. Like, my parents, they're on deen and stuff, but I just got into the wrong crowd and was doing stupid things which led me down this path.
Okay.
And yeah, I really wanted to find out, like, a truth. Like, I consider myself a truth searcher. So it's like, I was like, yo, I need to know. I believe there's a God now, but there's all these different people. How do I know I'm right? Do you know what I mean? So I really went on this, like, sincere search where if I believe something else is the truth, that's where I'm going. I just want to follow the truth. And alhamdulillah, came very quickly. I was born into it, man. Alhamdulillah. And yeah, bro, like, I just realized that, alhamdulillah, like, I was born into it. And then that's when I started to pray. Instant results.
Game changing ones.
Completely, bro. With the way you feel about yourself, the way you perceive the universe, and then the results that Allah provides you, you can't call it a coincidence.
Subhanallah.
And I realized that Allah showed me it. It's not even that I realized that Allah showed me it very quickly, and I kind of, like, made this promise to myself that Allah, keep doing things for my life, and I will always tell people that this is your doing and not mine. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of like my journey. My journey is to grow as much as possible, do as many crazy things as possible, and tell people that this is not me, this is God, bro. Like, it's all God. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the food that I eat and stuff, clothes that I wear, it's Allah. So the things that I achieve is definitely Allah. Do you know what I mean?
I'm interested to know, yeah, you probably would have been Jummah before that, right?
Yeah, of course.
But can you remember the first time you actually had, after this moment where we realized there is God,
yeah,
you know, Islam does exist? Can you remember that first prayer you had? Where was it? Describe that whole...
Yeah. I actually can.
Go on.
So I was going through a bit of a difficult time. And I would love to tell people why exactly, but I can't do that. Maybe off camera I'll tell you. And then I remember texting my cousin from America saying, like, what do I do? And he was like, you need to speak to your dad. And what I spoke to my dad about is something that people would never speak to their dads about. And my dad, I remember speaking to him about this certain thing in the van. He had a van. And I was like, Dad, I need to speak to you. He took me for a drive. And I told him, I know you're really curious, but I'm not trying to reveal my sins, innit? On camera anyway. So yeah, I told him, and he was like, this is one of like the most shittest things I've heard from you, but I'm so proud of you for telling me. And you know, when he said that, I just felt a bit relieved. Like, I don't know why, but it was, so guys, if anyone's watching this and you know, you are going through a difficult time, bro, don't feel shy to chat to your parents, bro. They love you more than anything. Like, you know, you might disappoint them by what you're telling them, but they will feel proud of you opening up to them. I definitely felt that, like, sense of relief.
I just want to understand this. I'll cut this part off camera, but what was it?
I told my dad, and that's what he said. And I just felt this sense of relief. I don't know why, bro. Like, it was like, it's crazy because even it's hard for you to imagine that. And my dad's the same, bro. Like, very, like, principled man. Like,
you're Pakistani, right?
Indian.
Yeah. Okay. What, Guji?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then after that, I remember coming back and I just prayed to Allah. Like, I was just like, you know, when you know there was, guys, if you haven't done this, try it, man. Just cry to God, bruv.
Bruv, it's mad because the fact that you can even admit that to your dad.
Yeah.
Like I said off camera briefly just now, I couldn't do that. So big respect to you opening up right there.
It was my cousin from America. He told me. He was like, that's what you have to do.
At that point where you told him, had you stopped completely?
No, I was like
on the verge.
Yeah, I was trying.
Yeah.
And it was after that, that's when it was like,
yeah.
It pushed me to stop.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I stopped, started praying. I'm making money. Like, I'm doing deals. I'm happy. Miracles are happening in my life. Like, I'm seeing miracles. I've people that watch me and my audience, they know what I'm talking about because I've spoke about this story before. But yeah, like, Allah sent me a miracle. I don't know if it's worth mentioning in this podcast.
Bro, everything is worth mentioning.
Okay. Basically, what happened, yeah, imagine.
Just to give context, this podcast is probably going to come out a week before Ramadan.
This is perfect for this then.
Yeah, go on then.
So for 3 months, not praying, doing dumb shit with my friends, typical East London life, or typical youth life in the UK. I'm working this estate agency job, left, right, centre, zero in my bank account. To do the dumb shit I was doing, I was borrowing money from my bloody mum. Like, just the whole, like, the worst possible situation you can imagine for just someone that's got a good upbringing. Do you know what I mean? Tell my parents, start praying. Within 2 days, my first deal. And these are big deals, 5-6 bills for 18-year-old, 17-year-old. I can't remember how old I was, but around that age. The next day, I did another deal. I'm thinking, yo, this prayer thing is really working right now. Wallah, bro.
I found the life hack.
I'm thinking, yo, this is a real life hack. Like, I've done no prayers for God knows how long, just doing dumb shit, indulging in it. Yeah. And I started praying and, like, I'm seeing the results of it already. The Thursday comes, third day, another deal. That's 1.5K or just over it in 3 days.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm thinking, subhanAllah, like, this is really working. So Friday comes now. There was a property, a flat in Bethnal Green, and I couldn't rent it because I've gone there so many times. I've tried to rent it, couldn't rent it. And
as in what, like, people coming to view it, just not interested?
Yeah. So and these times when they were coming to view it, there was like 5, 6, 7 different. Like, you know, like when you book in loads of people, so it's like one of them will probably take it, one after the other kind of thing. And then this Friday comes, Jum'ah day. I remember, like, man's bare holy. I, like, started wearing a phobe at home and that, you know, I started praying. It helps motivate me to pray and shit. Friday comes and there was one viewing at this property. So it's like, already I'm thinking, one viewing is very unlikely, but we'll see. I don't even care because I've made peas this month. Do you know what I mean? The last 3 days. And I remember it being exactly at 6 o'clock. And it takes exactly door to door 30 minutes to get there. So I left mine at 5:30. I should have left 10 minutes earlier, but I left mine exactly 5:30. I'm walking down my road. I checked bus times on my phone. Them times are still taking bus and stuff. But the bus is coming in 1 minute, and the one after is coming in 10 minutes. I'm waiting to shoot everything. I'm thinking, if I don't make this 1 minute bus,
You're pissed.
I'm pissed. I'm missing this viewing.
Yeah.
So I saw this 1 minute bus. I start running, full on sprinting to get to this bus, yeah. And as I get to the top of my road, I just see it drive past.
Do you know what's funny? Because I know exactly what bus stop you're running to as well.
Do you?
I'm imagining the one at the top of his road or something.
Lonsdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that side, yeah.
Man's sprinting, bro. I'm saying full on sprinting to get to this bus. Yeah, and I see it drive past. I'm thinking, is what it is. Like, I'm going to miss this viewing now. These men are just going to be waiting. They're probably going to be like, nah, F this, let's cut. And then as I stop running, a white Range Rover stops in the middle of the road. And there's cars behind him. He just stops. He pulls down his window. He was a black guy. Yeah, he was like, yo, bro, we running for the bus? I was like, yeah. He was like, jump in. I jumped in a random guy's car. And I'm thinking, yo, I started praying for months. Nothing's happening for me. And I'm in East London, bro. This does not happen. Like, nothing's happening for me. That does not happen. Like, no one cares about each other in East London like that, bro. It's that, for me, I'm like already amazed that a random man has just decided to help me.
So how did you trust my man?
I was trusting Allah.
As you said, we're from East London, bro. That don't happen.
Bro, I literally was in this whole mode of I'm trusting God now. I'm leaving everything to Allah. I'm praying. Whatever happens is Allah's plan right now. That's the kind of mindset that I was having, yeah. Jumped in this random guy's car. I was like, can you just drop me to the bus stop ahead so I can catch that same bus that I missed? So he dropped me. And I'm sitting on this bus smiling like one dickhead. Just smiling, bro. The whole time. I'm like, I don't care what happens, bro. Like I'm praying and I'm seeing it. Like the miracles in front of my eyes happening right now. I get to the viewing exactly 6 p.m. on the dot. Like I made it on time. The people are there. Showed them the property. They said, I'll let you know. Whenever I've rented a property, they've decided to fill in the paper. If they wanted to, like the 3 deals I did, they decided to fill in the paperwork there and then. On the spot. It's rental, so it's very quick.
Mm-hmm.
These men said, I'll let you know. I was like, yeah, it's fine. They're not coming back. So I went home. I remember going to pray in East London Mosque. Went home and fell asleep. And I woke up before Fajr and I'm just in my bed thinking about this guy that's just come and stopped me. I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, talking to Allah, I'm like, Allah, that's a mad thing that you just done, you know? Like, I'm just like, you know, in those thoughts you have, I was like, if this is a sign from you and only you, and I can't link it to anything else, make that deal go through. I woke up, prayed, forgot about that little conversation with God, went to the gym, come back. They called me saying, yeah, we want to take it. And I'm just like, what? How can anyone say this is a coincidence? How? And for me, it's like, obviously this was years ago, but looking back now, it's like Allah showed me that very specific miracle for me to always go back to Him. Because it's like, I know it's all coming from Him. Everything that I've achieved, alhamdulillah, you know, there's a lot of other people that have achieved a lot, but from where I've come from, what I've done is crazy. And it's not me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a cog that's trying like everyone else, but I pray harder than I work. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I feel like that's why I've achieved what I've achieved.
No, alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful message to have people and leave with people, man. And like I said, the experiences I've had with praying and that is
it changes. It's a game changer. It's a life hack, bro.
Literally. Like, I can remember the first time I prayed properly, making du'as.
Is it a similar story where you were going for a difficult time?
So similar, more or less exact same thing as you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the lead up scenario was similar.
The lead up scenario on the acts was similar as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And at this time, then I had got a job. Uni weren't working. I got an apprenticeship in BT. Yeah, as a network engineer in Brentwood.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started there in September 2019. I'm astaghfirullah for saying this, bro, but the job was boring, innit?
Yeah.
So when I say astaghfirullah, obviously that's not a astaghfirullah thing, but I'm saying. So I thought, you know what, my way out is like, let me just pray to get away from my desk, innit?
Yeah, bro.
Because they allow you to pray whenever you want. Obviously, none of my team is Muslim. None of my team's Asian. So, bruv, they don't know how long my prayers are taking. Yeah, realistically, Zohar is 5 minutes thing, yeah?
I know what you're talking about.
I used to be going for half hour straight.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, that's a long prayer. I'm like, that's how Muslims are. That's how Muslims are, literally,
I know what you're talking about. Hey, guys, if you're watching this, you're a Muslim, yeah, bro. They can't stop you from praying. Take your time.
Literally, bro. And I'll thank one of my brothers. I'll mention his name on camera. His name is Yasin. I know 2 Yasins, not the one I went to school with, but no, I went both. One I went to sixth form with. Okay. Anyway, so Somalian brother. Let me give you some context as well. In sixth form, he was a massive guy, like a big guy. Mm-hmm. And when I saw him in BT, some random brother come up to me. Yeah, he was like, "Yo, Raheem, what you saying?" I'm like, "I'm good, bro. What are you saying? How do you know my name?" He goes, "It's Yasin." I'm like, "Yasin who?" And then I realized it's him, and I recognized his face. Yeah. I was like, "Raw." Anyway, he was on Deen, yeah, in terms of he used to go Jummah, he used to pray on time all the time, Zohar, all that sort of stuff. And we just started chatting here and there because we had lost contact for like 2 years.
Okay.
So then he kind of put me back on the straight path of come pray with me, come do dua with me, come Jummah with me, all of us brothers. There is a community of Muslims in this workplace, but we're not all in the same department. So, you know, we'll spread out, but we all come together to pray Jummah, Zohar, all that sort of stuff. We had our own prayer room, all that. So that kind of, it went from me being bored to me actually now properly praying and getting into it. And then this is before CEOCAST as well. And then, as I've said in podcasts before, you know, I started CEOCAST off the back of me not wanting to work a 9 to 5 anymore in that job. And so I always used to pray and ask Allah, like, I'm kind of on the verge of depression because I hate this job right now. I don't want to be in a 9 to 5 forever. It's not what I want. It's not what my dad sees in me. So it's not like living up to his expectation, but it was like, I know I've got way more potential in myself than to.
Do you not find it funny how like it's usually anger and frustration that allows people to change?
Yeah, literally.
Like if they're comfortable, you're never gonna get anything different.
Yeah. And so I was literally just saying to Allah, like, help me find a way out, help me find something. And then I swear, literally, I cut music out at a point as well. Yeah. And I replaced it for podcasts. This now transitions into the story of CEOCAST. Started listening to podcasts instead of music.
Which podcast, by the way?
Freshly Grounded. Used to bang out Faisal's podcast. Used to listen to a couple of podcasts, True Geordie here and there. Sick. But it was a lot of Freshly Grounded. There's a lot of, like I said, because I was on this spiritual journey of
Deen
Islam.
podcast.
Yeah, it was almost on Deen podcast. I used to listen to Muslim Bilal a lot.
Yeah.
Bare different things like that. And then I was like, all right, cool. Now I need to know about business. Where's this business podcast? Long story short, I made the business podcast. Sick. And now we are the business podcast sort of thing. So alhamdulillah for
number one business podcast on YouTube.
Number one for that. But I want to ask you something off the back of that, yeah, because I think this is something a lot of people can learn from, and a lot of people you can help people in a way, right? So without mentioning the sin, can we say it off camera? Can we say it's a form of addiction or?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so without saying the sin, it's a form of addiction, right?
Yeah.
And what I want to ask you is, and the reason why I'm asking is because I've got one brother in my mind when you were saying that story.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. Yeah. Same addiction, all that sort of stuff. And funny enough, he's in Omra right now. So inshallah, may Allah accept his du'as and make his life change. But I always look at it like, how can we get him out of the situation? Because all of the rest of us boys, me and other friendship group, in that friendship group, we're all out of that. As I said, we were all in it, but we're all out of it now. Yeah. But he's the only one stuck in it. So for brothers like him, who are in that cycle, in that addiction, want to get out of it, but because they're addicted to it, they can't get out of it.
So this is any negative addiction, by the way. This applies to any.
This applies to anything. Not necessarily that one, but
of course.
Yeah.
So there's for me, there's two things. Yeah. Number one, if Allah wants to keep you there, you'll be kept there. So you need to pray very hard to get out of it. That's number one. You know. Number two is you have to find something that you really, really want that gives you that dopamine hit in your brain. And it's like when you see something working, you know, and that's positive, it makes you want to keep doing that. So for you, for instance, it was CEOCAST. Like when you saw good views and when you saw good reactions to your videos, it's like, why would you even want to indulge yourself into something negative when it's like, if you carry on this path, you don't even know where it can go. I think it's very important. And that could be anything. Like it could be a hobby. Like it could be you really, really enjoying football on the weekends, anything that you feel like, I really like this. You can't cut out a negative addiction and just have that blank space, because your brain is naturally going to tell you to go back.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, man, it's like, we obviously have to keep praying that we stay far away, because whenever, God could decide that that's us again. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know how life works, bro. You don't know what corner you're going to take, or what things that happen in your life. And you could be thinking, yo, I need to do that again. So yeah, it's scary, innit?
It's scary, but it's the truth. And
Yeah.
sometimes people need to face the truth.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Where does your life transition from here at this point then? You've got that people to sign their rental contract. They said they're taking it.
So I'm like, I found this life hack of praying now. Things are going well.
Man just rinsed it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but it's obviously, it's hard,
like,
isn't it?
yeah,
It's hard.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
whole struggle, bro, to stay on your prayers. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I had a bit of friction with my manager. He promised me I'd get a certain amount of money, didn't give it to me. I didn't like that. I don't like when people are not a man of their words. And I think he's a great guy, innit? But just in that moment in time, it didn't line up, just like we were talking about earlier. For me, I was like, yeah, I'm not on this. I also felt a lot of pressure doing commission only, pressure at age that I didn't need. I was thinking, I'm 18, like I could just go get a job like everyone else. Most of my friends are still in uni. If I get a job, it's not the end of the world, and it's less pressure. So I went to go to an estate agent. Bairstow Eves.
Yeah.
I worked in Bairstow Eves in Barking, like the corner one. So I was there, and bro, I think I just twanged it, bro. Like, I twanged the job, because everyone that applies for that job, they've never done it before, or they've worked in other estate agencies. I've done it commission only at a young age, like patterning deals. So it's like, for me, it was easy to get that job. Got it. Realized that I hate working for people. Like, it was boring. Like, there was, without the commission, because there was still a bit of commission, but it was like every month I was getting my fixed salary. And I was like, if I don't do anything and just chill on my desk, I'll get paid. So I wasted time, just like you, like going to pray for time. I'd like tell my cousins to book in viewings. There was like properties near my house. I'd be like, yo, book in viewings for the last 3 hours of work. I just go home, bro. Like, no viewings. They'd be like, why is that? And I was like, they were like to me, like, why have you not let that property? I was just like, it's really difficult. Like,
bro,
I'd be going home every day, bro chilling.
Bro,
like,
listen to this one. I'm going to interject you here, just a quick one, yeah, with my BT story as well. Because it was an apprenticeship, they used to allow you one study day, yeah?
Yeah.
And downstairs, so the building is 3 floors. At the bottom floor, yeah, like basement, is all lecture halls, if you will. Big meeting rooms for like 50 man.
Yeah.
Bro, so in the study days, you could book a small room, any room of your choice in the building to go and study.
Yeah.
Brother, I used to go book the biggest lecture hall, yeah, because they had a massive projector screen, hook up my laptop, Netflix it off there the whole time. And I'd leave, and that was my study days were Fridays, because I chose it to be Jummah.
Yeah.
I'd go to Jummah, drive there. Bro, you wouldn't see me at work
Chilling,
after Jummah, bro. I'm
chilling.
going home, literally. And because it's a study, they ain't checking up on you or nothing like that.
That's also one thing I've realized, by the way. People that have some sort of success in their life, they find a way out of everything. Like, you find the solution to your problem. My problem was I hated work, so I found a solution for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, same as you. Like, you're looking for solutions, not to fix your problem with the work they want you to do. Like, that's the worst thing possible in my head. Like, I would have to find a way out somehow. I'd literally, like, I'd work hard trying to not work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Same sort of thing.
Yeah, so, and then after that, I realized this time I was like super into the gym. Like, used to go 6 a.m. every morning, like religiously before work. So I was like, I've sold properties. That's like the pinnacle of sales. Let me sell gym memberships and be around the gym. I think that would be like a good life path for me, to be in an environment where I'm in a gym. So I had found a job near my gym, near my house, in a gym near my house. And got it so easily too, because it's like when you you learn the art of sales, you can
sell anything.
That's it.
Literally.
You can sell anything.
Yeah.
And there's a whole psychology behind it that I learned while I was selling properties. And that literally, like, in every conversation you're selling, do you know what I mean? And in that conversation in the gym, they were fully staffed, but I ended up getting the job because it's just like when you have that skill, it's very easy to push your way through. And I loved it, bro. Like I loved that job so much. The people there were amazing.
Which gym is this?
Newham Leisure Centre. It was a leisure centre.
Okay, I know Newham. Yeah, I used to go there as a kid.
No
all
way.
the time, yeah.
Bro,
Everyone's been there.
Yeah, everyone's been
I
there.
learned how to swim there.
You probably saw me there. You didn't
Probably,
even realize.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
like literally, bro. So I don't think I had a beard back then. So maybe
different doing it.
Yeah. So I was working there 6 a.m. to 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd wake up 5, pray, walk to work, listen to Quran, like just a nice 15-minute walk in the morning, fresh air, like just breathing through my nose, like no one's awake at this time.
Sorry, bro. Man's breathing that fresh air. You're in your ends,
I
bro.
know,
That's not fresh air.
But you know what it is,
That's
bro.
gotta, bro.
There's air. The air in that time of the morning, it hits different.
Not in your ends, bro.
Yeah, maybe not in my ends, but it's still different. In that time in the morning, you know when you leave your house and the cold slaps in your face, you just have a whole different feeling. If you wake up early, guys, you feel like you're already ahead.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt the whole time when I was working. I just feel like, yo, I'm chilling. I started this business called Islamic Expression at the time where I was like, have you seen Positive Notes to Strangers?
No.
So there's this guy, he goes around and he just posts like really positive notes on this bright piece of paper, and he posts it like all around London. So I thought...
Is it similar to how people write in the notes on TFO stations?
I think so. It's similar, but it's also different. Like there's like really colourful paper, and it could be anywhere. Like it could be on a wall. It could be anywhere, like around London. So I saw this, and I can't remember the exact note that I saw, but it like really resonated with me. So I was like, yo, I could start something like this and build a business at the back of it. So I went around like after work, 2:30, I'd just go around posting loads of positive notes, and I'd find like them being ripped off because of the word Islamic Expression. The note had nothing to do with religion. Like it was just a positive note. Do you know what I mean? And I got made redundant. That's where...
That gym.
Yeah. But it was at the gym where I decided to go Omra for the first time. I went with like a group of random strangers, and I told myself I'm going to vlog it. So it was like, that was my first piece of content ever while I was at this gym. Got sacked or made redundant because of COVID. And I was fuming, bro, because it was like, they were meant to give me a contract. So I was meant to still get paid even after COVID. Didn't happen. Alhamdulillah, biggest blessing ever. But at the time, you're not thinking that. And I told myself, I feel violated. Man's waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning to get there for 6 o'clock. And I'm there and I love this job. And I'm literally nice to everyone. They could just let me go like this. And I was like, no, I'm not a dickhead, bro. Like,
not having it.
I am not, bro. Like, I remember calling my friends that day and they were like, what the hell you got made redundant? I was like, mark my words, I'm never, ever, ever working for anyone again. Ended up working. I did COVID. You know the COVID track and trace?
Yeah.
I did that from home.
You was in NHS?
Yeah, just to make some money.
Yeah.
But I was like really pushing content.
What are you saying? How many man did you snitch on?
No one, bro. No one, bro. I was trying to waste, bro. You mean I'm the expert time waster when it comes to working, bro. Like, if it's my own thing, I'll work more than anyone. But for someone else, no. Do you know what I mean? Like, are you the same?
Yeah.
That's just the way it has to be.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, bro. Like, I got made redundant and then told myself never working for anyone. Got the COVID job and I was just pushing content heavy. And I saw like there was traction with it. At this point, I'd already started YouTube, and then TikTok came like heavy.
Oh, so you started YouTube before TikTok?
Yeah. Like my first video blew up, bro.
The Omra one?
Yeah. And then after that, it was slow. And then TikTok, it just went crazy.
Were you always a camera person?
No.
Yeah, I was going to ask this because...
So yes and no.
Go on.
When I was younger, like I made YouTube videos when I was like 15, like unboxing stuff. I was like, I loved YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like I always thought like I want to be a YouTuber. As I got older and society poisoned my mind, I started to second guess myself. I started to think, you know, am I good enough? Like I have to be like that person. And yeah, man, it was Omra that changed it, bro. Because it was like, because I found the truth, I was like happy to express this truth that I found. And that was like my starting point. But yeah, bro, I remember asking Yurimi, like, because I recorded my first Omra vlog. I met him before I recorded my first Omra vlog, and I was like, bro, like, because he was a YouTuber before, like heavy YouTuber.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, are you not like nervous being on camera? Like, are you not worried about your voice or your skin? Like, I had acne and like everything was going through my mind, and I was just like, bro, if you don't try, you never know, man. If you don't try, you just never ever know. So
did you tell anyone around you that you were doing content?
Yeah, everyone knew because of the Omra vlog.
Okay.
Yeah, like everyone around me knew that this guy made an Omra video.
Yeah, now see, I'm the opposite. I didn't tell no one. No one found out.
Really?
Until 4 months in, maybe.
Really?
Like that, yeah.
But for me, I jumped in the deep end because like all my friends, they were like, everyone was judging me at that point. Like this guy, he's not gone to uni, and now he's bare religious, visiting this Mecca place. Like a lot of my friends are not Muslim, innit? So
I said this Mecca place.
Yeah, bro, that's what they were thinking. I remember even calling one of my friends at that time. We don't really speak anymore, and I was like, yeah, I'm going Saudi Arabia. Like I'm going for a pilgrimage. I'm gonna record it. Guy started laughing. Wallah, bro, I remember this so clearly, and I was just thinking, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like I know, bro. I prayed and I've made peace. If I go to Allah's house, what's gonna happen to me then? Do you know? That was my logic. So yeah, man, it all kind of kicked off from there, and then TikTok came.
What was your Umrah du'as, if you don't mind sharing it?
Basically, guys, if you go to Umrah, when's the first time you been?
March last year.
Oh, it was last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if someone advised you to do this, but my mum, she's been before, and she's done Hajj and stuff. She told me,
before you say it, look down and then look up the Kaaba.
Yeah. But writing a list of your du'as, because when you see it, you don't remember anything. When you see the Kaaba, you don't remember anything. Your mind goes blank. It's the most amazing, surreal feeling
ever.
No one could put it into words until you yourself fly there and experience it. It's just impossible. And I was like, let me trust my mum on this one. Like she's told me to go uni, and I didn't trust her for that. But I was like, for this, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna write down all my du'as. So I wrote it all down. And bro, I started crying like a baby, bro. I see this Kaaba in front of me, and I'm crying bro, I remember crying so much. Some random person came and dashed tissues in my face, bro. While I was making that, I was like, why are you dashing tissues in my face? My du'as were, Allah, first and foremost, grants me Jannah, forgives my sins. And that uses me and elevates me, so I remind people of him. Like I remember that would be my main du'a. I wanted to grow in everything. I asked Allah for rizq. You can ask for whatever if you want to go there and ask for BMW, you can do that. It's whatever you want.
Whatever you want, literally.
Whatever you want. And I remember asking Allah for growth. Just growth. I just wanted to grow. Like I wanted to get closer to him, and I wanted to grow in the dunya. And I didn't know what that meant. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what journey he's gonna take me on, but I just wanted to grow. And I came back, bro, and I saw it happen straight away with the Omra vlog. Like for a first YouTube video to do well when there's absolutely zero clout before it, that's a miracle as well. That YouTube video is sitting on over 150k views or something.
Yeah, for a first video, that's crazy, bro.
I know.
My first video was like, if I was lucky, 50 views.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I knew these are miraculous things that are happening straight from the and also, like, I've met people that have gone Umrah early, young, and their life now, you see the results of what their actions are. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I love logic. I'm a man of logic. Like, I like to make things make sense in my head, like, so crystal clear. And it's like, when I see people put in the actions, especially with the spiritual side and going to Omra and like being someone that prays and stuff, and I see them have things in the dunya, for me it makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, as we said, shout out to our brother Yurimi, because he's an advocate of going Umrah and making dua, and alhamdulillah, he said that everything he's asked for in Umrah, his duas, has become true. And look where he is now. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, flying.
Yeah, bro, I've seen him go to Umrah, and I've seen him go multiple times with his friends. He's definitely someone that inspired me. In fact, let me tell you a story about Yurimi. Yeah,
go on. I hope you're watching this right now,
bro. Yurimi, he knows I love him, man. Like, I remember, like, I started a podcast on my YouTube channel called the Mukbang Podcast. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've seen it.
666. So yeah, I was just eating food, and talking to different people, and I tried to get on quite a few guests, but obviously everyone ignored me. I shouted Yurimi, And bear in mind, like, the way I used to see Yarimi was like, yo, this guy is so famous.
Celeb.
Yeah. Like that was, I was young and I was never around clout or anything. I was like, yo, this guy is so famous and like he follows me. And like, that was, do you know what I mean? There's zero like social media knowledge. I'm just here and I've just managed to bump into this guy that was nice to me. Along with a few of his friends, like the people that used to hang around with Dia, Nadir. And I asked him, bro, like, can you jump on a podcast, shoot him my shot? And he was like, yeah, bro, let me get a trim. Like, the same what I did with you.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So he got a trim and then randomly shouted me saying, yo, bro, I'm ready to do the podcast. He came to my house. I remember my mom was there and we prayed Salah and then we filmed. And then he came up to my room. And then, like, when he came into my room, he was like, oh, right, is this where the famous-ish films and stuff? And it's like, you don't ever forget how people made you feel. Like, at the time, bro, man's a nobody. And I have this, what I see, famous guy calling me famous. Like, he mentioned in my room because that's where I film my videos and stuff. It's things that they don't forget, do you know what I mean? So it's something that I appreciated a lot. And he was the only one that was, like, eager to jump on. We had a very good chat. Like, people loved that video. And yeah, that was my like first video with Yarimi. It was a nice interaction still.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
But you're at a point now where, how many followers you got on TikTok?
I don't know, bro.
That video was how long ago?
That was like 4 years ago.
So this is...
No, maybe 4 years
2020
ago.
sides. Times.
Yeah, around them times. 1.4 mil.
1.4 mil, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Up there.
Alhamdulillah.
So at that point then, what was you on TikTok? Or had you
I don't think I didn't start TikTok. Yeah.
So what was your first TikTok video then?
Oh, I don't know, you know. I don't even know.
Brother, how many posts you got? We're going to go through this right now.
Bro, you're going to have to scroll a lot, bro.
In fact, no, TikTok's got a thing now where you can literally select oldest, I think. Am I right?
Really?
I think so.
You're going to have to scroll a lot, bro. Bro, to grow on TikTok, you need to post 5 videos a day, guys.
Swear down, 5 videos a day. That's a lot, you know. I
mean, if you're absolutely a nobody like I was, and you need to feed the beast, so you need to watch content, study content, see what's doing well.
Popular.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to scroll back very, very long, bro.
I ain't going to do that. Man's got 66 million likes. I think that's a lot of posts, bro. I'm just going to avoid that one right there.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. But yeah, I remember like my idea of TikTok at the beginning was like to share my journey. So I remember doing like, I was very skinny before. Yeah, and I realized that I have to put on weight and go to the gym to get respected. So I went through that journey. And I remember like making a video of that, making a video of like my acne transformation. Like it was transformation videos that I did before, and they did pretty well like from the get-go. So yeah.
Did you have a plan with TikToks when you, aside from the transformation videos, you're just doing it as it came, or?
I still do that now, bro.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I have rough plans, but bro, like I like having goals, but I don't like planning too far ahead, because with content, it's a bit different with you. You're very structured. Like you have guests, you know when you're uploading and stuff. With me, bro, I could get called to go somewhere in another country next week. I just like making videos that people enjoy about my life, or what's going on in my life. Yeah.
So Ish, at this point in the podcast now, I want to really ask you how the whole TikTok business side of things work. Because to an end user, what's your audience range, you know?
What do you mean, like age?
Yeah.
It's very mixed, bro. Like I checked my analytics. I've got like 18 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I have older people that watch me. I've had older people like dads come up to me and be like, yo, I know I'm a bit old to watch your videos, but I love your videos. Yeah.
But my point being is, like, let's just say the younger lot.
Yeah.
They might not understand that it's a business.
Definitely a business.
Like,
if I wasn't making a lot of money from this, I would be doing something that made me a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I work with a lot of brands. That's predominantly my income through brand deals. And there's things that I'm working on in the background that I don't want to talk about too much. I'll tell you off camera. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it for myself. Evil eye and that. But yeah, brand deals is my predominant income. And you know, once you develop a type of strategy that works with brands and you make brands a lot of money, you get paid a lot. especially if you have a consistent audience that really love you and they watch your life. Because it's like, I don't just upload a specific type of content. I can do anything.
Yeah, literally, you got like Fifi, for example.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, a year ago, you'd have a cat making cat content?
Yeah, anything. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Like, I've made car content. I've made cat content. I've got paid by skincare brands. And there is strategy behind this. It's not random. I've sat down with my missus, who's like my partner, business partner as well. And we've discussed this, like, where can I get paid from? I've literally wrote down on my whiteboard, I want to get paid from fashion. I want to get paid from skincare. I want to get paid from, who else have I worked with? Sports, tech. I've like wrote down these niches and I make content around these niches and the brands find me. So there's strategy. It's not random, for sure. Like,
yeah, see, that's the interesting thing, because when I speak to content creators, they're always like, to me, like, mention a couple of brands in your videos, for example, Shopify, Monzo, Starling, etc.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, if you post them on TikTok, and if someone sees it from their team, they can reach out to you. But my thing is, like, I can't dedicate a piece of content around that and expect that to come up in conversation when I'm interviewing or doing podcasts with these professionals.
Yeah.
Like, talking about Monzo in a situation where I'm talking about freaking a clothing line, it's where does it fit in that sense, right? So how are they going to see that?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, that was totally irrelevant to my question, to be fair, but what was your first brand deal? Can you remember?
Like, well-paid one?
No, first one. Because the next question is going to be, how much was it?
My first one was a gifting.
Yeah, what do you mean? They just gifted you something?
Yeah, so I remember it was funny you say this, but my whole story is so flipping revolved around God. Someone reached out to me, gifting me. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like a moon that lights up that plays Quran.
Yeah.
It was one of those. And I remember getting so gassed. I had my name on it. It had ish everything. I was like, yo, this is sick. Someone's just giving me something for free, bro. Like,
at this point, you obviously don't understand that it comes with monetary value that you could charge as well.
Yeah, but at that point, I was like, I mean, way smaller than I am now. And I was like, and I remember the brand as well. I'm going to shout them out just because they're my first. It was, I don't know if they do anything with their business anymore, but it was Andalus or something like that. And yeah, bro, I was like so happy. Like, and I was like showing my mum, like, look, I make videos and look, I've got something for free now. Like, and yeah, man, that was the first one, not paid or anything. And I remember, like, after that, I grew a bit more, and then I charged £100, £200 for maybe a video here, or do you know what I mean? Like,
did they come to you or?
Yeah. They DM me, I'd respond in the DMs, very unprofessional, very, like person to person.
That's not unprofessional though.
It is for me now. Mm-hmm. I would never do that now.
No?
If people message me in the DMs, for me, more time I'm ignoring it, because it's not, I know that there's not a lot of money behind it. Like, if you have a big budget, you're gonna look at my bio or check my email. So yeah, bro, like, it was £100, £50. I remember like doing £40 ones, and then
you still working at the time then? At this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I remember like my first big one was £1,000. And that was when I was on...
Is this for one video?
Yes. 120k. I was on 120,000 followers, I believe. And I did with Philips, one blade. You know them?
Yeah. I use that, bro. Man, why do you think man's got a fresh beard right now? Cause
this again, like, I was using that in a video. And I wanted to make that video go viral. Because I knew there's potential behind this. And yeah, they shouted me.
So you made the video with intentions of them approaching you
with intentions of getting paid by a brand that is like hair care. It wasn't specifically them.
Okay.
But it was them specifically that ended up reaching out to me. And yeah, I remember doing that. And that was £1,000. And for me, that was like, whoa. Like, at the time, I was like, yo, man, I just paid a bag for like a minute video, bro. That's just nuts. And yeah, that was 120k.
Do you know what's funny? I remember I used to say this to my dad a couple of times for banter here and there. Obviously, it was a joke.
Yeah.
But I used to be like, because he used to compare when he didn't understand like the whole content creator side of things, and he's still telling me to get a job in that. He's like, why don't you go get a job, you know, get a real salary and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, same.
And there's me doing ads, and I said to him, Abu, listen, I'm getting a bag a minute. Chat to me.
Bro, it's crazy. Wallah. You know, I'm going to tell you a quick story about brands. Yeah, I remember, again, this is like, I've got paid a few times from brands, but like for everyone watching, don't think this is a consistent thing. Like, I have to pray for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like every week. Alhamdulillah, now it's a lot easier. Like, I can expect things now. But on that path, on that journey, when you're growing, it's like you're just waiting, you're itching for the next thing to happen for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm still like trying to figure out my life. I'm still trying to make content and stuff. I remember my cousin coming around to speak to my dad. They're working on some business thing. And they were like interrogating me about my life and stuff. And they were like, what are you going to do? I was like, watch, I'm going to work with brands. I'm going to get paid very, very well. And I'm not going to have to do anything else. Like, I'm going to live my life through social media being the means to everything. And they literally started like mocking it. I remember my dad and my cousin, you know how like, I don't know if your dad's the same, yeah, but you know when they're around people that they're a bit more on their same wavelength, like they just mock it. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it. Like, I don't know if it's your dad with your brothers and stuff, with his brothers or his sisters, they become very close. And it's almost like, yeah, you actually don't know anything at this moment in time. Yeah, it's very much that. And I remember going to my room and I felt shit, bro. Because I was like to them, watch, I'm going to work with Nike. I'm going to like do all these things. And they thought I was delusional. Genuinely thought I was delusional. And it was delusional of me to even think that at that point, bro. Like I barely had any followers. This is before me getting paid a bag. And yeah, alhamdulillah, I ended up doing it.
Alhamdulillah, bro.
Alhamdulillah.
It's sick where you've come now.
Alhamdulillah, man. This is a long way to go, man. There's a lot. I'm inspired by the people that sat on this chair, innit? There's a long way to go, man.
I was sat on that chair on Yurumi's podcast, so I hope I'm part of that list.
Oh, did he do a podcast?
Yeah, bruv. He's the only man, yeah, that said, do you mind swapping chairs, bro? So he made me come out of the CEO chair, go in the guest chair.
Is he, so what's it? Is he uploading on his YouTube channel then?
Nah, he's uploading. He's not uploading. I'm uploading on this channel. It's just not uploaded yet.
Oh, so he just wanted to sit on that side?
Yeah. He was like, left side's my good side.
Oh, bro, so the left side's my good side too, bruv. I should have asked, bro.
It's too late, bro. You're an hour into this podcast, bro. Everyone's
Should we
seen
just
your
swap?
right side.
Should we just swap midway? Bro, there's no rules, bruv.
There is rules now, bro.
Fairs.
Look, I know you're not going to reveal the price tag.
Yeah.
But if brands want to reach out to your video now,
yeah,
compared to that bag, that £1,000, how much are you charging?
I wouldn't like if someone offered me $1,000 for a video, I'm not doing it.
Is it a straight no?
Yeah.
Are we talking 5 figures?
I've charged 5 figures before, alhamdulillah.
For one video?
Yeah.
Flipping out. Can we say what that was? Like, what video was it?
Yeah.
Not the price.
I can say it was it wasn't an video. It was, what's that? Logitech gave me 5-figure deal.
And what was it? Like, what did you have to do?
Should I tell you what I had to do?
Go on.
I had to talk about myself.
Huh? What? So it was no products from them?
No. They paid me 5 figures to talk about my story. Wallah.
Brother. If you send me an invoice after this podcast to talk about your story, brother, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like I said, bro, like I don't see myself as sick, or I genuinely feel like I pray for miracles.
Yeah, 100%. But then you got to look at it like this, yeah. People who aren't in our positions, your position, my position, because people might think the same about me. Yeah, I'm not saying that's the case, but we don't see it because we're in these positions. But someone from an outside perspective, I guarantee you're sitting there right now thinking, that's mad, you know? Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I think it's mad as well. But obviously, it's not like you get used to it, but it's like you have to get used to it because this is now your field now. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is like, I don't think, it's not like I don't deserve it, but I don't think I'm special. Do you know what I mean? Like I look at, let's just say someone watching me right now, I don't see a difference between me and them. It's not like I'm bigger than them. I genuinely, like, it's how I live my life. I don't think God will give me more if I start thinking I'm better than other people. I think I'm very blessed and I've worked very hard to get blessings. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Are you approaching brands now?
No.
Still not? I thought it would have got to a stage where if there's brands you want to work with, let's just say freaking Tesla, for example, right? Yeah. You approach them, get in touch with the marketing team.
techie one. So obviously I have my own team.
Mm-hmm.
There's on occasions when so this is what I do, guys. If I see a brand working with another creator, I know that brand has budget. So it's like straight away, it's like attack mode. So there's times where I get someone from the team to reach out, but honestly, like my hands have been full with people reaching out to me that, alhamdulillah, like I don't even need to right now to reach out.
Alhamdulillah.
But for sure, like I know that if I did that, I'd make a lot more money, and I help other creators too. So like my friends, if for example, like someone came to me for $1,000, I'm not doing a video for $1,000, so I'll just give it to one of my friends.
If you had to say, like, in terms of, like I said, I'm backlogged with podcasts, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're probably backlogged in terms of promotional videos for TikTok.
Yeah.
How far in advance does that go? How much in the future?
A month and a half.
Yeah. What is that? Everyday promotions or?
No. I wouldn't even be seen as a credible creator if I didn't. I handpick my promotions. So I don't just accept whatever. Even if the bag is big, there's times where I might have to tell them we might have to do it next month, because I try to keep.
If you're just shelling yourself, then it's a bit.
Yeah, and it's like I really like making my own content. My audience love me making my own videos way more than any promotions. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like that's what keeps my engagement good, because people constantly see my life. So it's like I like to space things out. There's times where brands reach out to me with good money, and I've had to say, like, you know, it has to be a next month thing.
What's the biggest figure you've turned down before?
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good question still. A vape company. How much was it? 8?
8 what?
8 bags.
8 bags?
Yeah.
Freaking hell.
Yeah, a vape company still. A big one that we all know still.
One video?
Huh? One video, yeah. I remember that as well, and I was so tempted.
But it does get tempting, you know?
Bro, I was so... Because it's like, yo, that's a fat paycheck. I was like, yo. And then my missus was like, no, can't do it. And I was like, I know I can't, man. And the thing is, it's like, for me, it was like, it's kind of organic because I vape anyway. Bro,
do you know the maddest one I turned down, yeah? It was mad at the time, to be fair. I was never going to do it. It was never a thing of like, oh, I got to think about it. But it was a brand called... a whiskey brand.
Yeah, can't do that.
They were saying 20 bags for a season, which at the time I had 30k subscribers.
How many episodes do you usually drop in one season?
There's no such thing as a season really, but I just said season is 10 episodes.
Okay, so that's nice.
Yeah,
2 bags an episode.
2 bags an episode, but I always have 3 sponsors on one episode anyway.
Yeah,
but obviously I was never going to take that because it's alcohol. But I thought, bruv, if I'm going to do haram, it's going to be this.
Bro, yeah, man, it's like flipping. That's sick, though. Allah just gives you more, though.
Yeah.
He always gives you
It's
more.
a test. Literally, it's a test
That's
of like,
it.
are you going to accept this or what are you going to do? What's the last point we left off at? Your
vaping, the elf
vaping
bar.
thing, the elf bar, yeah.
So I smoke, innit? Like, I smoke my vapes. I don't like showing it on camera because obviously there's kids that watch me and I don't want them to get influenced. So I was tempted, very flipping tempted. There's a lot of money for 1 minute, for one video, bro. Like, it's just mind blowing.
What was it? Take a talk.
I can't even remember the brief, to be honest. But yeah, that's probably what they wanted me to like try different flavors and stuff. I'm like, yo, bro, like I would do that off camera, bro. I'd do that on camera for $8 grand. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, alhamdulillah, like it's a test at the end of the day. Like obviously people that don't have these morals that we live by, taking that straight away without thinking about it. But this life's a test, man. Can't do it.
So the brand deals that you're doing, do they give you scripts? What do they do exactly? Give you dialogue? Or is it full creative control on your side?
90% is creative control. Obviously, like some brands, they'll want me to mention certain things. So they give me a brief of like things they want me to mention. But yeah, like it's like they know that if they take away my creative control, that the video is not going to perform well. Like I have to be really organic with my audience. Like shout at them, do what I do, you know, like just being enthusiastic and just being myself. That's what they want. That's why they pay me what they pay me.
I'm interested to know, yeah.
Go on.
What's been a brand deal
that
no one of your audience has clocked is a brand deal?
There's a lot.
What's one that comes to the top of your head?
There's a lot. Okay, let me.
Because
I know one that comes on top of my head right now.
Because I see your TikToks all the time, and you don't always tag the companies.
I know for brand deal, sometimes I'll tag the company that have paid me because like sometimes I'll tag just even if I'm not doing a brand deal, I'll tag people. But I don't say ad. I know that's probably illegal, but it is what it is.
But go on, what's something you can think of?
I can't remember the name of the company, but I did an ice bath. I don't know if you've seen that video.
I've seen that, yeah.
That was paid. That's one that just comes to my head straight away. But like no one knew it was an ad. And the reason no one knew it was an ad, again, it was all strategy. Before this, have you seen the sauna, my indoor sauna that I did? I did an indoor sauna and I followed it up with that.
Yeah.
So the strategy was like no one would think it's a brand deal because I'm on this wave of trying random stuff in my house.
Yeah. Was the sauna a brand deal?
No.
Okay, but the ice
I
bath.
bought that. Yeah, the ice bath was.
Do you ever use any of these products now?
No.
Man's giving up with the ice baths.
Bro, I've gone on like quite a few podcasts. I say, bro, the things I got in Amazon, they're just for viral content. I don't actually use most of the stuff. There's one or two things that I use that are proper useful, but the rest of it is literally just for viral content.
But do you know what the funniest one I remember you promoted?
Go on.
It was a portable. What's lota in English?
Oh yeah. That was paid as well.
Was that paid as well?
That was paid.
Man got paid from a portable
yeah,
lota.
that was paid. Wallah, that was paid. Yeah.
Bro, that's bad. See, that
but again,
really
like you wouldn't think that because of the way I do it so organically, and that did very well for them.
Yeah.
It was paid still.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Flip it off. Do you think being a TikToker of the caliber that you are has an age limit?
Yeah.
And
yes and no, because you have to remember, as I'm growing, every other human is growing too.
Of course. But I'm just trying to think in a sense of how long can you keep doing brand deals and all this stuff, or how long can you keep TikTok going for?
So this is why I'm saying like brand deals is what Allah has just found me in right now, and I'm not complaining because it's really good money, alhamdulillah. But there's other stuff that I'm working on that's doing well that I don't want to mention. It's probably like the next time I do a podcast for him, maybe we can speak about it. But yeah, like I don't.
This is gonna be when you're retired and everything. Guys, I made this much.
I don't want to live off brand deals. It's really fun working with sick brands because these are like things that I've grown up like watching and you know what I mean. Like I'm like, yo. I've worked with Premier League, I've worked with Asus and Nvidia and all these cool companies that I've actually owned and consumed. But it's something that I definitely don't want to live off. And for me, it's motivating because people will be in my position, they're chilling. But for me, it's like, yo, let's find another stream right now that outbeats what I'm making here. And I've got the best of both worlds then.
You can help me with my strategy, yeah?
Go on.
How much you reckon I should be charging for brand deals and that? Because I always have this conversation
bro,
with content
big
creators.
CEOCAST, you know. Man's got Andrew Tate on here and everyone.
Like legit figures and all that sort of stuff in terms of what would make sense.
But you know what the thing is, bro? I'll be honest. I'm probably not even the best person to tell you just because I'm not... My YouTube brain isn't switched on. This is a whole different ballgame with YouTube.
Okay, so you'd say YouTube and TikTok completely different ballgame?
Completely different.
So interesting, what has more money then? What do you think has more money?
I don't know. We'd have to compare and
because
find out.
When you're saying TikTok, like when you're saying them figures for per minute for the money, it's like TikTok.
I personally think TikTok has more money.
Yeah.
But it depends what kind of creator you are as well.
Yeah.
But personally, I do think because obviously I have friends with YouTubers too and stuff. And obviously the bigger you get, it gets crazier.
Yeah, of course.
If for example, technically YouTube has more money because if you had 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube, then your brand deals would be looking flipping fat.
Yeah.
Huge. Way more than mine. But if we're comparing, how many subs you on now? Over 100k?
140k.
140k compared to, I've literally got 10 times more. So it's like, naturally, I'm going to see more money. So technically, I would say YouTube's got more money.
Brother, I need to up the brand deals, you know. Man said 5 figures for freaking the most random things ever.
Bro, shout out flipping Logitech. I love you lot for that, man. That was nice, bro. Wallah. And again, it's straight up blessing, like straight blessing. I pray and then I just get emails. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not sick. I'm not special. Anyone could do what I'm doing if you work hard enough and pray harder. Wallah, anyone. I can't stress this enough. Like, if you're motivated enough to change your life and you want to use social media, all it takes is you just being super, super, super dedicated and consistent at this one thing. Like, I have the word focus written on my whiteboard, and the acronym for that is follow one course until success.
That's a very, very good acronym.
Yeah, and again, it really helped me because, you know, you as you're going on your journey, whoever you are watching at home, there's going to be so many different opportunities come left, right, and center, but you have to follow one course, keep going on one path until you get to where you want to go to. And that helped me a lot. The word focus with follow one course until success. Like, bro, so many, you know about pyramid schemes and all these different things people try. You got flipping the trading stuff and so many different things that are happening that will make you lose your focus. But if you have one goal, you have to just keep going for that one thing and you'll get there. Like, it's not magic. It genuinely, like, you've seen so many people do it. There's so many people on this chair that have gone on the same path. So yeah, it could be anyone.
Aside from brand deals and stuff, where else is social media taking you?
I've met heroes of mine. I think that is probably the biggest thing. I've chopped it up with Khabib, which is crazy. Like, I'm spending time with a GOAT. You know, insane. Like, he's like, how is Khabib on my social media? Do you know what I mean? Like,
how'd you even get him in the same room?
You got to explain. It was through a brand.
Okay, yeah.
So they wanted a content, and they had Khabib as an ambassador. Who was the brand again? You know this brand?
Oh wait,
Wahed.
Yeah, Wahed Invest.
Wahed Invest.
Before we move on to this topic, that Emirates business class, was that a brand deal?
No.
Oh, brother, I was gonna say, give me that plug.
Yeah, I paid for that still.
I was gonna say, if you had an Emirates brand deal, brother, we need to share contacts right now, and I need to pattern that deal. For that.
But working with brands is so fun because it's so like doable. Like, you just need connections and some initiative.
This is strategy, innit?
Yeah, of course it is.
Brother, you're so clever.
Of course it is, bro. You don't think I would just pay for no reason? I know that things are lining up, inshallah.
Inshallah. Like, off the back of it, I know it's only been recent. You posted what, 3 days ago?
Yeah. Yes, I think it was yesterday.
Has there been any sort of
Nah, but it doesn't. It's too soon.
Yeah.
I like, sometimes people shout me after I've made a video after 2 months, but you have to have it there for brand placement.
Yeah.
So yeah, just watch. It's definitely gonna work, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Definitely, yeah.
Talk to me about the Premier League stuff.
Yeah, this is the exclusives.
Yeah, this is the exclusive
So yeah, Premier League, bro. Again, like, very, very blessed, very grateful. Alhamdulillah. Literally met someone that's worked with my brother. My brother's in the whole football game for a while. So someone that's worked with my brother for a while, met him, and obviously, like, he's seeing my socials take off. So, you know, like, naturally, they know that they can help you out. So yeah, we had a nice meeting, and I told him, like, I need to be in sports, specifically football. And the reason for it is, obviously, I love football, but I see, like, the people that I follow, Chunks, Philly, Harry Pinero, these are the people that I love watching. They're seen as cool because they're friends with footballers. If they were just normal content creators, they wouldn't be seen the same. Like, the perception of the public, they're cooler because of what they're associated with.
Yeah.
So I knew that to fit in, obviously I could never replicate them, they're the GOATs, but to somewhat get into this field, I have to have football. And obviously I love football, like, I'm football crazy. I spoke to this guy, literally like a week later, he's like, I put you through to the Premier League. And it's like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, this is genuine, like, this blessing. It's a miracle. Like, who am I? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm no one special. I keep saying this over and over again. It's genuinely like, God will just make open doors for you that you just don't expect. So I went for a casting, and the guy that, you know, that was the creative director, super nice guy, went there, got the role. And now all of a sudden, I'm not recording in my room just with my phone. I'm recording in clubs with like 30 man behind the camera. with a footballer.
We just need to clarify so one thing for the audience. Clubs, football clubs, not party clubs.
Yeah. Football clubs. Yeah. And yeah, it's a whole different experience. And it's like you learn a lot. And for me, I didn't think twice. I throw myself into any difficult situation because it's like I have to. I'm on this journey of where I don't know where it's going to go. I have to find uncomfortability and get comfortable with it as soon as possible. And it was very uncomfortable, bro. Like, bro, imagine you're cool. You chat to people. Me, I'm making TikToks in my room, bro. Like, by myself. It's very, very different. I remember, like, my first one was with Mikel Antonio. And I was, like, shaking. And there's, like, the players' agents behind. The club's, like, liaison, like, the partnerships managers behind. Like, loads of, like, important people behind the camera. And their, like, eyes are glued to me. Having this conversation with the footballer, and it's like the Premier League is it's not an easy thing to work with. They're very specific. You can't say certain words. You can imagine it's the most brand control I've ever experienced, and I've worked with a lot of brands.
But they want to maintain high image around their client, I suppose.
Yes, and they need to maintain their agenda.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was amazing. So I got sacked.
What?
Yeah, so I posted about this a couple times, but yeah, I got sacked.
From Premier League?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I support Andrew Tate.
No way.
Yeah.
Say wallah, they done that?
Wallahi, yeah, bro.
But okay, tell me the story about this. Like how they.
So this is exclusive. I said this in another podcast, but it got cut out. So yeah. Good.
Yeah. I remember you said this on voice note. Yeah, you need to explain this whole story.
And I love to speak to you about it because you met the man himself, innit?
Anything goes here on this podcast. People love Andrew Tate who are watching right now.
Bro, Andrew Tate, he's, again, someone that I can't even speak more highly of in terms of like what he's done for me and my mental health. Bro, me going to the gym, I'm listening to speeches of Andrew Tate talking about working hard. It genuinely motivates me to work hard, go to the gym and like stick to this routine and all the other stuff, bro. You know, I'm a Muslim. I don't care about the girls and stuff. Like, I'm happily engaged and inshallah getting married soon. Like, it's just irrelevant to me. Yeah. But for me, it's like the routine, the no excuse, the no bullshit. It resonates with me and it's what I need. And clearly a lot of other men need that. And for me, my entire platform, I've grown it by what I learn and what inspires me. I share it with my audience because that's how they grow and that's how they get inspired. And bro, I didn't even post them on Instagram or nothing. I liked a couple tweets. That's
what it was, just a like in a couple of tweets.
So what happened was Premier League invited me to host under 13s Premier League tournament up north.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was very short notice. So I was like, cool, yeah, I'll do it. My brother was going to be filming with a club or something up north anyway. So I was like, we'll go together. He'll do his thing. I'll do my thing.
Yeah, your brother's also a content creator, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's a bit very different to me. But yeah, he's like strictly football. So yeah, I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it for sure. Like, obviously it's all paid and whatnot. I get a phone call from the creative director.
Is this on the way there or like?
No, I was that same day.
Yeah.
He was like, I've got some bad news for you. So basically, I've had bad news from Premier League before, but it was like someone was impersonating me, emailing Liverpool and just talking shit, or it's just weird. Like, it was probably just someone that watches me and just wanted to
ruin things.
Yeah, ruin things. So I had a phone call saying bad news before, and it was all sorted out because they realized I had nothing to do with none of that. Like, I'm professional. Do you know what I mean? This one, he was like, I got bad news. You're done. Just like that. I was like,
those exact words or?
Wallah, those exact words. He was like, uncut, Premier League, there's no tournament, you're just done. It's done. So I was like, okay. I remember like being shocked but remaining calm. I was like, why? He was like, they've gone through your tweets and you support Andrew Tate, or you've liked tweets or whatever. It was something to do with Andrew Tate. And I was like, you being serious? And he was like, you're done. Like, it's fully done. And I remember going back and forth. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I remember being a bit aggy because I was like, you can't tell me what to do anymore. I can speak about this. And he was like, do you want to go to war with the Premier League? And I was thinking...
Well, he said that?
Yeah, he said that.
Was he coming across in an aggy way or...?
Kind of, but it's like you have to imagine, like you have to obviously I'm over this now, so it's like I can see things from a different perspective. He was obviously in a situation with his higher ups, and I was in a situation because I'm now losing the best thing that at that point has ever happened to me, and it's like he went on the line to hire me, remember? So by me liking these tweets and getting myself sacked, it wasn't his decision, it was higher ups. He's now in a muddy situation, but at the time when I'm speaking to him, I'm not really thinking about all of this. I don't care, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I was. And we had a bit of a back and forth, ended the call, and yeah, man, that was it. Literally, just that for a few tweets, wallah. And you know the tweets, I remember it was him doing press ups, talking about it in prison, yeah. So yeah, so after that happened, I had a crazy imposter syndrome. Like I was thinking, bro, where do I even go from here? Like that was, I expected me to be doing that for some time. Do you know what I mean? Alhamdulillah, bro, I went to Omra straight after, because whenever things go wrong, man, go straight to Allah. And I actually was feeling like I've been wanting to go, like even leading up to this, like there was this inner feeling, you know the feeling I'm talking about, like you just feel like you're getting called, but I could never go because I had so many Premier League shoots. So as soon as that was done, there was no shoots, there's nothing in the schedule anymore.
Just safe.
I flew straight. I did a solo trip, solo Omra. One of the best things I ever did.
So how recent is this?
This was like 3-4 months. When did I go Omra? I went in October.
October when?
I can't remember, bro.
No, because the reason why I'm saying is because we went in October as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe we were at the same time.
Maybe
I need to check the phone after. But yeah, it was sometime in October, maybe just before. And then come back, got engaged, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And yeah, man, start building again.
Bro, that's crazy, that whole situation, yeah. I'm going to ask you this though.
Go on.
Obviously, like you said in the time, we don't see it for how it is. Yeah, we don't see their perspective. Sometimes we let the anger in ourselves think other things.
Yeah.
But Allah literally says, if we're relating it back to Islam, if I close one door, another one will be open for you.
100%.
So off the back of that door closing, do you now see as that was actually a blessing in disguise?
Everything's a blessing in disguise. So that's like everything that you think is wrong is never what it seems. And like I don't agree with it at all, and I never will, because I'm not matrix minded, and I don't think he's a negative person at all. I think he's, I mean, you can completely agree with me on this. I think he's very what's the word, like when misunderstood. I think what he teaches men, he even with women, like women sometimes can't fathom this. I know a lot of women like him, but he talks about having one girl and loving her and doing everything for her and stuff. I think what he teaches people is very valuable, and the Matrix wants to teach you the complete opposite.
Bro, I've seen it firsthand where people, like men especially, their whole perspective of life kind of changes. Like
I've seen it myself.
Bro, they start going to the gym, they start having a different mindset, success comes to them. But obviously, if we're talking about Matrix, they don't want that.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? They
bro, the UK government, let's just remember, the UK government had a budget to pay schools
to stop talking about him.
To stop talking about him and to teach people about him in the wrong way.
Bro, I remember my younger cousin, he was kicked out of his, was it class or school? He was kicked out of class, I think it was, something like that, because he was talking about Andrew Tate, and the teacher told him, stop talking about him. He goes, why? Like, what's wrong with him? All that sort of stuff. Anyway, so he's been kicked out of the class now. Then the teacher called his dad, my uncle, and said, by the way, your son's been kicked out. Obviously, my uncle's baffled, like, what do you mean he's kicked out for what? And the teacher was like, he's talking about Andrew Tate. Bro, my uncle had full on back and forth with the teacher, like, what do you mean? Like, what's wrong with Andrew Tate? This is my opinion. My son's entitled to his own opinion. This is Isa, by the way.
Was he?
No, other cousin, He's, how old is he?
He's in year 10 now.
Yeah, so this was when he was in year 8 and 9. And it was just mad, like, the fact that he's getting kicked out of class purely because of that.
Yeah.
His education is being sacrificed because talking about another man. And it's ain't that man's fault. This is the system's fault.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, man. And the government and the Premier League are completely synonymous. Like, they're completely linked.
Okay, so here's a question I got for you then, yeah? People always ask for me to have footballers on the podcast, yeah? Purely because I've had Andrew Tate on the podcast, do you think...
It's very unlikely, man. If you're... I mean, it's possible, but, you know, it takes one person that doesn't agree with Andrew Tate's views that's
to make
higher
sure
up.
that it don't happen.
Yeah, to really get him in trouble.
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand, bro. Like, genuinely firsthand. And it's like, remember, this is not like people sitting in a boardroom deciding, let's get rid of him. It just took one person that's higher up enough to make a decision to be like, yo, sack this guy. Remember, like, I'm not cutting it enough anyway. I'm Muslim, I'm Asian. I'm not meant to be in that role. I was the first Asian that's worked with the Premier League. The first Muslim that's worked with them in that role. I was already cutting lines. As soon as this came,
it was basically a reason for to get rid of you.
Exactly, 100%. And like I said, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I don't speak to anyone from there. And if it wasn't me getting sacked then, I would have got sacked anyway for speaking about Palestine. Facts. Everyone that's worked with them has not said anything at all. And I can't ever bend my morals. Do you know what I mean? And for me, it's impossible, bro. Like, my fiance is Palestinian. She was born there. And my future kids are going to be half Palestinian. Even if that wasn't the case, I'd be speaking about it, let alone my future being so directly linked to that. I would have been gone as soon as I mentioned the first thing, bro. The thing is, with this whole situation that's going on in the world right now, like, Allah knows what he's doing and his plan is perfect. And a lot of people have exposed themselves in this situation. Like, black and white has never been so clearer. And the more that situation in the world goes on, the more the black and white is going to get clearer and clearer and clearer. So it's just for us to see, like, who's really about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's actually sticking with a cause
Who's
that
standing up.
they should be sticking with. Like, it's, do you know what I mean? It's humanity. There's a whole genocide happening.
Yeah. Have you lost any brandos because of the whole, like...
I'm sure I have. I mean, they're not going to tell me. I haven't, like, been working with anyone and they said, no, we can't work with you anymore because of X, Y, Z.
They just wouldn't approach you or something.
They just wouldn't have approached me, yeah. I'm sure I have. I've had brands that I've rejected because they support...
the other party.
The
we
other
don't
party.
Even want his name.
Yeah. So, Coke reached out to me. No way. I've had, like, this New York newspaper that wanted to work with me. No chance. I literally send them back emails like, my missus, she'll write the emails up. There's no way you support it. All of that is let them know, innit? BBC, no chance. BBC was twice, actually. Once was a few weeks ago and then today as well.
What today? They reach out to you? Or
yeah,
like...
to do like a radio appearance. There's no way, bro.
But I swear people like BBC Asian Network, they're talking about Free Palestine and that, no? Or...
I don't know, but this wasn't Asian Network. It was BBC something. Yeah, it was
some other thing.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, like, even the way BBC treated Andrew Tate, I'm good still.
Yeah, I want to touch on one thing quickly, right?
Go
just
on.
Before I go to one of my other topics. As you said, you got sacked by the Premier League, but literally 3 days ago you were out in Dubai doing something for football. So you're still in the football game,
Of course.
in the room, same room as Cristiano Ronaldo. Mad thing.
Alhamdulillah.
So what's all that now?
Bro, God will find a way, bro. Like, if you stick to, your morals and you stand up for what you believe in, and what you believe in is the truth, Allah will give you. And I went to Omra straight after, like, I was never going to be let down. Do you know what I mean? Bro, you never get let down by God when you literally ask God. I was filming with West Ham players, I was filming with Newcastle players, and now I'm with the best footballer of all time, in the same room. I was talking to legends of the game on camera. Journalists, the biggest journalists in the world, Fabrizio, like, having conversations with them even off camera and, like, just having a nice little chat. So I'm very grateful. There's people out there in the football world that their views align with mine, and I want to be around where I'm valued, to be honest, bro. Like, at the first place, I was never rated. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm Muslim, I'm Asian. it's not the same, bro. Whereas if you go around other bits, they don't see you differently. So I like that.
Do you mind talking about your missus?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, this is the reason why I want to ask this, because you've mentioned her a few times in this podcast, right?
A big part of my life, man.
Big part of your life.
Huge, yeah.
And as you mentioned as well, part of your team, right?
Yes.
So, A, where did you meet her? B, how she helped you?
Yeah.
And C, how's your life changed being married, essentially? Or engaged?
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much because I like she's completely private. Like she's
No, I hear that. I
Yeah.
respect the privacy.
yeah, no, but like where I met and stuff, I'm not gonna say it's nothing wrong with it, but it's like I like keeping certain stories to myself when just us.
Yeah.
What was the second and third question?
How she changed your life, essentially? Because the reason why, okay, let me put it like this.
Okay, go on.
I was going to say, the people who I know are married literally say that having a partner in your life, whether you think it at the time or not, brings barakah, blessings on another level.
She, I felt like I was a man before I started speaking to her, and I realized, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with a girl and their emotions. And then, if you want to keep this special person around, you have to bite your tongue. You have to man up. You have to do things that you haven't done before. And you require focus. I'm on social media. I have girls DMing me left, right, and center every day, every single day, bro. It's crazy. And it's all irrelevant. It's just background noise because I've had one person I'm focused on that I'm building this thing with. It's like this is her platform too. Do you know what I mean? Like
she's just like behind the scenes of
it. Completely. And I'm very grateful for that as well. I don't want her anywhere near a camera. And luckily, it's not me that doesn't want it as well. Yeah. She hates it. Like she hates being on camera. She doesn't want anything to do with it. And yeah, man, it was the first person that believed in me. Like really, really like believed my delusional, wild dreams. I remember like when I was on like 80, 90k, 100k, just when I got that brand deal with Philips around that time, just before that, like a few weeks before that, like I'm like super upset because I'm seeing creators that were smaller than me making money and I'm still like, where's my turn, bro? Do you know what I mean? And I had an agency that I was working with and it just wasn't going well. Like the whole trust aspect, they told me to change my content. It just wasn't working well. Like when someone tells you your content's not good enough with a creator, it messes with their head, especially when you don't really know yourself and you're still finding your way. She said, let's reach out to brand ourselves. And that's kind of what started it. Like me working for myself was her having the belief that you are good enough and we'll reach out and then we'll get these deals. So it was her doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
alhamdulillah. And then obviously, me before being an entertainer and content creator, I was always into business. So like she gave me this idea and then I just kind of like took it to the next level and like led it.
Inshallah, that it goes to the next level and it keeps going to the next level.
Inshallah, man. Inshallah.
Where'd you go from here, man?
Bro, wherever God takes me, man. I don't even know, bro. Home with this guy.
All in Allah's hands.
Yeah, man. Wallah, bro. I don't know. Like, I could be sitting here next year if you invite me back and I could be completely broke.
Anytime, brother.
I could be completely broke. My TikTok could be banned. Who knows? Like, I don't know what Allah has in plan. Obviously, inshallah, like I keep going and I keep inspiring people because that is what I want. But you don't know. Like, God could use me, take everything away from me and like make that as a message for people. Who actually knows, bro? Do you know what I mean? Like,
set an example, basically.
I could be dead. Do you know what I mean? Like,
man went there.
Yeah,
man went there.
Yeah, and it's like you have to live every day as your last. Like every opportunity that comes your way, you have to try walk through them until the opportunity shuts, and just keep walking through the doors that are open and seeing where each door takes you, what's in each room, making the most out of each little episode that you're on, and just being super kind and polite to people along the way. I think is very, very, very important, and people underrate it a lot. Like, your kindness will take you so far. It will get you so much money, and it will put you in rooms that you never even expected to be in, just because you're polite and you're courteous, and like you focus on the small things. So yeah, man, who knows? Wallah, I don't know. I'd like to, the things that I'm working on in the background, for them to be as big as my personal brand. But honestly, just don't know, man. Inshallah, I could be living in another country. I don't know. Like, alhamdulillah, with the way my life is, Like it's financial freedom essentially. Tomorrow, for the next 2 months, 3 months, I could just not do anything and sit in bed. So it's like I've got like time and space to maneuver around and think of crazy ideas, and just if you don't try, you never know.
Execute, yeah.
Yeah.
Inshallah, it all goes well, bro.
Inshallah.
Ish, what made you start TikTok in the first place, man?
Like, obviously, it was a platform that was there, yeah, and probably like everyone else, I thought, nah, that's moist. Now, I don't know if you thought that or you thought that.
You know the saying, I'm a TikToker, even just sound in the beginning.
I still don't like it, to be honest.
So what do you class yourself as then?
Just a content creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Because,
like
I've got nearly 500,000 on Insta as well, so it's not just TikTok.
yeah.
But yeah, man, TikTok, bro, I thought it was moist. And then one day we were at Yorimi's apartment. He was living with some friends of his, and we went in Ramadan for iftar, and he made a TikTok. He was telling me like, you should do TikTok, and he made a TikTok about how it's different for Asians to say come to prayer. They say come to do namaz, and then how it's different for Arabs. They say do salah, and it was like, bro, I literally saw him record it in, I swear to God, 4 minutes. He edited it. It took him, I don't know, like 5 minutes. Proper quick thing. He uploaded it, and bro, within 2-3 hours, he was sitting on stupid views, like thousands of 40,000 likes, and it was just crazy numbers. And I was like, opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Like at this point, I'd started YouTube already, and it's, YouTube is a whole different ballgame. It's very difficult. The algorithm is not in your favor more time. For you, obviously, it is, alhamdulillah. But
no, but you have phases in that, algorithms and that.
So yeah, man, I saw that and I was like, yeah, let's try this thing, man. So yeah, shout out Yorimi again, man.
Shout out Yorimi. On this segment on the podcast, bro, as you said, you're going to ask me some questions, apparently hard questions. So let's see what you got.
Who was your stiffest guest?
Stiffest guest? Oh, you want to go there with them questions?
Well, I mean, it was just one, innit? That's just the start, bro.
But the thing is, I don't know if I can say them on camera, man.
Really?
Stiffest guest.
Okay, let me phrase it differently and then we'll restart.
Go on.
Who was a guest that was a lot more quieter and, their persona was different
than to what I see like on camera or whatever?
If you had to pick one, because I'm sure a lot of people's personas are a little bit different. But by the way, before you answer that, is mine different?
No, you seem like the same sort of guy.
That's good. Alhamdulillah.
But maybe it's because I half know you as well.
Yeah. Okay, my next question. What's the most money you've made off of a single... So you do usually three ads in a video.
Yeah.
So tell me the most you've made from a video. So you don't have to give me each individual ad, like just a video.
Are we talking about YouTube AdSense as well?
No.
Just...
I'm going to ask you about that after.
Okay. It's not as much as TikTok.
Yeah, but come on, different numbers.
I think 8K.
That's very good.
But it's relation to the same video that is regarding AdSense.
What do you mean?
So ask your next question.
So how much have you made from AdSense? Was that the Andrew Tate video?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it, bro. Top G got you paid, bruv.
Literally, bro, I made a video saying Andrew Tate bought my M4. I wasn't lying. Obviously not physically him from his card.
So how much did you get paid from AdSense from that?
So, alhamdulillah,
Top
good.
G.
It done good, bro. It done good.
Alhamdulillah, top G.
That's what I'm saying. So when I say 8K, it's because I was pitching to brands. Automatically, it was yes, let's do it. And bro, if I could go back in time, I would, because I undercharged. You think about it, yeah. 8K divided by 3. What's that? Quick maths. 2 point something, 2.6, whatever it is. And bro, whatever it is, I don't know. That's nothing for these brands with a video that's got 4.7 million views.
Nothing still.
Like,
yeah, it's not a lot. And
I should have charged 20 bags each per sponsor. I could have made 100 bags off that podcast.
Okay, would you go to Romania to film with him at his house?
I cannot disclose any information.
Bro, if you do, I beg you take me.
Bro, everyone has said that to me.
But come on, like, I've got a direct link, bro. Man's got sacked because of him, like.
No, inshallah, I'm trying to arrange something. That's going to be my Umrah Dua. Literally,
bro,
because
that would be
I shouted
insane.
him. I shouted him in December.
Did he not have your the Quran that you gifted him in prison?
I can't. Honestly, that video went viral of me giving him the Quran and him coming out of prison holding the Quran. I don't know if it's the same Quran. I tried to watch the podcast back so many times to see if it is the same Quran, but on the podcast I can only see the back cover, so I don't even know what the front cover looks like
You
anymore.
can't remember it.
I can't remember it because the Quran.
Oh.
It was a not a last minute thing. I knew I wanted to give one to him. I didn't know what Quran English translation I wanted to give.
Did you order it?
No. So I shouted. I just put on my Instagram. Sorry, who can give me English Quran tonight?
Can
The podcast
you
was-
not just shout that same person, find out, do the link?
Yeah, but she don't even know.
Oh,
She didn't even know. She was like, I can't remember. I was like, oh, for God's sake. Because I tried putting it together 2 and 2. But look, I don't, even if it was the same Quran, I would not ever take credit for.
Of course not. Of
Yeah,
course not. Of
for
course
that.
not. Of course, it's Allah who guides.
Yeah,
but it's
literally,
just sick
Yeah,
to know that.
no, it
this-
is sick. It is sick. But I was trying to find and see what's what. But I honestly couldn't tell you if it was the same one or not.
So okay, I was gonna ask you, is your favorite guest? I'm assuming it's him.
In a sense of my favorite guests are always the way it happens and the story behind the podcast.
Okay,
If you know what I mean.
nice. So
So
who
for-
is it?
So Tate in a way because that podcast initially I was meant to go to Romania to film it because I was like, how sick would it be to have his Bugatti in the back, Ferrari, all of that? It would be sick. And it was arranged. I emailed him and it was arranged for a month in advance.
Okay. Does he directly respond to someone else?
Him. Bro.
No.
Him on WhatsApp, him on his email, all of that is him. And he will just reply, yes, G. Like you know how you get the
That's
emails.
so hard.
You know how you get the emails. I'll be emailing, hey Andrew, comma, paragraph, da 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 da. Your best regards, whatever it is, kind regards, Raheem. And the reply will be yes, G.
But guys, the reason I'm gassed is because, bro, for someone that's got that much fame, they don't bother looking at their emails. They have a whole
PR
team
and all
of
that. Yeah.
X amount of people dealing with this, but
yeah.
it just shows like
Yeah.
it's just sick.
But I got him when he was on the rise to fame.
Yeah,
So I've got
yeah.
the email that no one else does.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I got the pattern there, right there. But I mean, it was
so
sick because, like I said, it was arranged for in a month in advance.
Yeah.
And then I think it was a week later, I saw him put an Instagram story up of him in the back of an S-Class, not Snapchatting, put a story up. And the road sign was M40 Hertfordshire.
Okay.
So I was like, man's in UK, bruv. Forget going Romania. Let me do this now.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
literally WhatsApped him there and then. And I was like, yo, I see you're here in the UK. Yeah, all my formalities went out the window because I was like, I need to get this done. So I was like, yo, G, I see you're in the UK. What are you saying? You want to do one before you head out? He goes, yeah, head out in 2 days' time. Can we do tomorrow? At this time, I didn't have many links in terms of locations.
Yeah.
So, bro, that WhatsApp was sent at like 4 p.m. I had everything locked in at 12 midnight.
Have you told this story before?
Vaguely.
On camera?
Yeah,
Okay,
vaguely, but not
okay.
in full detail like this.
Okay.
So this is kind of exclusive as well. So
Nice.
literally, I had to pattern the location. So shout out to, I literally put in my story once again. Shout out to Abid from Sunamas because his friend at the time, who's also my friend now, named Yasin, he had a lounge called SW Lounge in Watford. So he hadn't opened yet. It was a brand new lounge that he was opening. And he was like, this is a sick way to promote it because it's opening around the same time you're going to launch the podcast. Let's do it here. And it was summertime as well. So we didn't have to worry about it getting cold, raining, anything like that. So I was like, cool, location pattern. Now, who can give me, because the podcast was also arranged for 11 a.m. So who can give me a trim in time? I got to leave my ends at 9 to make sure I'm there, set up and all that sort of stuff. Who can give me a trim? I can't remember, if I'm honest with you, I can't remember what barber it was, but the barber came to my yard, cut my hair on that night. So that was that. And then
Were you nervous?
hella nervous, bro. But bro, nervous wasn't even a word for me.
Man.
Like it was just like,
It was really
Yeah.
good though, man.
And
that
then-
was a sick
yeah.
podcast, I can't lie.
and like you see,
I've watched that twice now.
Is it?
The whole thing.
I appreciate it,
Yeah.
bro. But like you see right now, yeah, aside from my cousin, there's no team here. It's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I roll to every single podcast because I just like it like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the podcast where I arranged the whole team. 4 videographers, 4 photographers. Bare man, just for what? I don't know what they were for, but I was
Best
just like,
investment
you know what?
of your bloody
Literally,
life,
bro.
bro.
So I spent about 3 bags just on, employees kind of. And it was just a mad experience, bro. He turned up there on his own, like
On his own.
on his own.
Man.
And I was like, this is crazy.
So how was it? How was it like? How was he in person? before the camera turned on?
Bro, he was just like a normal guy, man. Honestly, like just
Normal guy.
Yo, bro, what you saying? How you doing? Yeah, good, man. Just talking about life. Come here in private jet. Literally just chopping up. We were chopping about for about
crazy,
hour while we were setting up the podcast. Because we arrived at the same time. Because he arrived early. Yeah. And so we were just chopping up and all that while everyone's setting up. He's a good guy, man. Had shisha, had a cigar, had a bit of food, drinks, whatnot before the actual podcast started. That's why if you look at the podcast, the energy was already there from the get-go. Because we had been doing chatty patty before that anyway.
Yeah.
So that one was sick. But there's been many podcasts where it's like, this is memorable.
So okay, forget about him right now.
Yeah.
Give me one other person where it's like comes to your mind and you're just like, I really enjoyed that chat. Except this one, obviously. Do you know what I mean? But
there's been too many, man. Honestly,
just one. You have to pick one, bro. Just one. That's just like, oh, raw. That was a nice conversation I had, or I learned a lot, or something that sticks out. One thing that just sticks out. One guest that sticks out in your head.
Tamcon. You familiar with Tamcon?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Tamcon was good because he was really hospitable as well.
Yeah.
Like, he showed mad love as if I've known
Did
him.
that in Dubai?
Yeah, done that in Dubai in his gym. He just shows mad love like you've known him for years.
I've not seen that, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch it now.
And it's like, raw, the love is there. He made sure everything was patterned in terms of where we're obviously we done it in his gym, but his gym's massive. Literally, you could pick a location.
But I've got so many like mutual friends with him, and when I was out there, I was like close to.
You used with Dante as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dante's rate him as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, done it. He's a memorable one. Another one, probably Reece Rabara. Reece Rabara was an actual memorable one. I'll tell you why, yeah?
Go on.
Because when I done a podcast with Lewis Morgan, this is back in the day when I had 30,000.
Lewis Morgan, Gymshark.
Gymshark, yeah.
Yeah.
I had 30,000 subscribers. Obviously, him and Lewis,
bro,
Reece.
it's first. Sorry to interrupt. It's just mad how you've got these guests, bro. You actually have to rate yourself. I swear down, like.
Alhamdulillah, it's been alright.
No, it's not even alright, bro. You've got like the biggest Gymshark represent.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, it's been alright.
Really good, man.
Yeah,
it's everything. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Reece and Lewis are like that.
Yeah,
they're like proper brethrens. Yeah. So when I done Lewis, obviously naturally I think Reece must have watched it or saw it anyway. Might not have watched the whole thing, but he saw it. And no, because he posted it on his story, and I was like, I was like, hope to see you soon on the podcast. He goes, reach 50,000 subscribers, and I'm there. Yeah. I was like, say nothing. Man setting me a target. Say
you
nothing.
Like that stuff, innit?
Yeah. I was like,
me.
cool. Now we've got something to work towards. Yeah. And I think it was like a year later, we eventually hit 50K. Thanks to Andrew Tate. Eventually hit 50K, and then he held his word straight away. Like as soon as I hit 50K on the dot, put him on story. I was like, Reece, let's go. Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we arranged it for like, it was like the week after.
I watched that one, by the way.
Yeah.
Reece.
No, but here's what you don't know.
Yeah, go on.
So we arranged it for a week after, which was shot and filmed in the same lounge me and Andrew Tate done our one in.
Sick.
But he didn't like it so much, not because of the conversation, but just because of I think the sound quality that was there was really bad because there was kids screaming in the background, and B, I think just the quality of it wasn't that there, that so much there.
You refilmed it.
So then we refilmed it in Dubai. When we were both in Dubai, came to his hotel, 4 Seasons, done it there, and that was so much more of a better conversation, way better, because that was just
different
sick,
vibe.
bro.
You're relaxed.
Different
you know
vibe,
what I mean?
relaxed.
Yeah.
You're chilling. Stop calling me, man. It was just sick, bro. It was good,
That's
man.
sick.
Yeah.
Let me think of another question off the top of my head. Okay. By the end of this year, how many subscribers do you want?
Depends what I'll ask for Omra next week.
That's a good answer still.
Do you know what? I want to say,
You want to hit a mil?
inshallah, bro. That's, you can always
You never
reach
know,
for
bro.
the stars and land on the moon or something like that. But I think realistically, I'm more of a realistic sort of guy.
500,000?
No, I'd say 250.
The thing is, bro, like my perception of followers and growth is so muddled with TikTok because like TikTok, I've grown like 400k in a week before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy, bro.
It's different.
Unless I have a viral podcast. For example, if I had Tate on again,
yeah,
I'd probably hit 200k.
yeah.
So if I'd done that next week, then I've got still 8 months left to hit 250k.
Yeah.
So then it's like, where do you go from here? But I would want to say 250k, but podcasts, I feel like it's hard to grow at the same time.
My other question is, does just, like you're not getting the Tates on every week. You're getting like good creators, of course, and good business owners, etc. But not every video is gonna be like Andrew Tate or the Gymshark owner or the Represent owner. Like, does AdSense pay considerably more than a wage for a job?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, regardless of Tate, yeah, alhamdulillah.
Considerably more.
Yeah, AdSense alone.
Yeah, AdSense alone.
No.
Just AdSense.
AdSense is your...
Just views.
Yeah, just views is your average salary.
Okay.
For me at the moment, anyway.
Yeah.
Like, inshallah, as we get bigger.
Inshallah.
When I say average salary, I'm talking about higher end of average
Yeah,
salary.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. With obviously sponsors and that, then you're talking...
Of course.
Like, I remember I done a podcast with Super Saf, yeah?
Yeah.
Tech YouTuber.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that you should try and aim for your AdSense to be 10% of your income or your revenue, and sponsors and that be 90%. And at the time, mine was fully upside down. Mine was 90% AdSense and like 10%.
Yeah. Mine is probably that.
What, 90%?
10%. Yeah, but to be honest, bro, TikTok AdSense is... For me, yeah, it could be a lot better, but it's not bad still.
Yeah. What is that? If your videos are over a minute, innit?
Yeah, and all my videos are 1 minute 30.
Yeah, is it?
Every single video, yeah.
Bro, so man's fully aiming for the AdSense and everything.
No, but my RPM is 8p.
Yeah.
I have friends that have £1.30.
Swear down.
Yeah, so if I get 1 million views, I'd make £80, whereas they would make 1 point something K.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
But so with TikTok, the more views you get, the lower your RPM gets. So it's terrible.
The more videos you make,
the more views you get. So if you're consistently getting millions of views, TikTok are not going to want to pay you.
Yeah. This is unfair then, isn't it?
Bro, I would literally get paid like 30-40 grand a week from AdSense, a month, sorry, from like the TikTok creator fund.
If that was the case.
If my RPM was the same as my friends.
Yeah.
But like I have a friend who's, News Daddy.
No.
Dylan Page.
Yeah. Is that his app, Dylan Page?
Yeah. But on TikTok it's, I think it's News Daddy. But I might be wrong. But yeah, Dylan Page, super, like the most famous TikToker I know, probably in the UK, literally hits 10, 20, 30 mil consistently every video, yeah. His RPM is 1p.
1p?
Yeah.
Man said 1 penny.
Yeah, so he made a video about it. It was like 1p. So, and it's like the more views you get, bro, TikTok can't afford to pay you the X amount, bro. You'd be making like 400k a month. But literally, like, it's ridiculous amount. So, yeah, I can't survive off ads. I can get a regular wage from AdSense if I have a really good month of videos. But yeah, I need the brands and the other stuff.
I don't think anyone as a creator should aim to make money just from AdSense. I think if you're getting into the game of content creation as a business, personally speaking, I think, yeah, cool, AdSense is going to help you in the beginning. But the second you can get the promos, get the brand deals and stuff, that's where it is.
And I would say to creators, when you get gifting and you're starting, take it. Take the gifting and make content with it. Like, brand placement is so important. Like, when people see that you genuinely appreciate something that you've been given and you're making good organic content with it, you'll get more. And it's also like intention. Like, if you help out a bit, like, I'm very blessed that my first one was like something to do with the Quran and I promoted it and stuff. But it's like, I actually want to help these people that are paying me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to do my absolute best for them to make sure they're making 10 times more than what they're paying me. And usually that is the case. That's why they keep coming back.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Ish, any further questions from yourself?
Not that I can think of.
No?
No.
All right. Well, I think we're going to end the podcast here. I think it's been an absolute honor to have you on.
Yeah,
Two brothers chopping it up.
Thank you for inviting me, wallah, man. It's a pleasure to sit on this chair, bruv.
It's a pleasure to have you here, bro. I think a lot of people are going to learn something from this.
Yeah.
What's the message you want to leave for people? Like, we've been speaking for 2 hours now. So if you had to leave one message for the audience watching, what would it be?
If you don't try, you'll never know. So try everything that, that's halal.
Before you start shooting.
Yeah, before you do the mad things. Don't do the mad things, guys. And follow guidance, man. Like, the things that are right, you know, that your morals and principles align with, stick to that as much as possible, because that is guidance, you know, that you have to follow that path and just keep trying new things, opening doors and just seeing where those doors take you. You have to go on this journey of, I'm going to try this, let's see what happens. And then once you're on this journey, follow one course until success. Because if you did 2-3 different other things on the side of CEOCAST would have the numbers it has today. If I did X amount of different things on the side as me just doing what I wanted to do, then you literally wouldn't know who I am. Like, you have to just focus on your one goal.
Here's my message on relief for people as well. Yeah, obviously Ramadan is around the corner, whether it's a week or 2 weeks from this video, I couldn't tell you at this point, but it's around the corner. The message on relief for people is, for the Muslims anyway, make as much use of this Ramadan as you possibly can.
Definitely.
Do all your du'as, do all your prayers, all your salah is prayer. Do all of that. Do your tahajjud prayers, because the du'as you make then, next level.
It's an arrow that never misses its target.
Give to charity every single day. I know people say do it in the last 10 days, do it every single day.
Yeah.
And just do what you can and ask Allah. This is your time to ask Allah for as much as you want, essentially. You know what I mean?
The way Allah will give to you is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You have to trust His plan for you, and also don't forget about the people in Palestine.
Don't forget about the people in Palestine. Tell you what, you do this, make your du'as, give to charity, come back to me in 2-3 months' time and tell me where you're at.
Inshallah.
Because I reckon if people do that, life's changed.
100%, man. 100%. It's like, that's what happened to both of us.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Ish, I appreciate you coming on, my guy.
That was it. We're going to have to redo that.
Ish, I appreciate you coming on, my guy.
Brother.
All right, if you lot want to watch the next episode of CEOCAST, make sure you subscribe, make sure you stay locked in, and let me know your thoughts of this podcast in the comments below. Peace. Lovely.
That was good, man.